Oh no, my game's not. Okay.
Oh.
Oh no, it didn't pop up. Okay, there it is. Okay. Hello everyone. We are back with some more of the letter with Doc and Sis. We're gonna try to beat the game, but I doubt it's gonna. Definitely not gonna be this stream. It's gonna probably be maybe like a few more streams, maybe a little bit more.
We still got 2 more characters, I think.
Yeah, I think we're like.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Chat, when's the last time you've had a good, refreshing
No.
drink? When's the last time you've had a taste of a soda that was good and refreshing and not too unhealthy? Perhaps even better than water. Yes, that's right, chat. I'm talking about the classic taste of Sprite. Available now at your local supermarket. Try it today, and remember the good old times of drinking soda in your youth. Mmm, Sprite.
Oh my.
What you want in your tummy.
Doc. Not sponsored. Yes.
Not
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
sponsored.
Doc.
Wink, wink.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Carlos, he used the hydrate Doc redeem.
And
Oh,
you know
no.
what's hydrating?
Oh,
The
my.
good old taste of
No.
classic Sprite.
Get the water. Get the water.
Doesn't it just excite you in the soul when you uncork the cap of your plastic bottle that's totally corked and not just a plastic spinny cap, and you take a good old drink of that Sprite? Mmm, rubs my belly. Delicious.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for that sponsorship of Sprite. Doc. Yes, like I kind of remember a little bit of what happened. We're kind of still. What are we doing again? I know we're playing at Ashton now.
Wait, what? We are?
Yeah, we are actually.
Oh, sweet. Well, we must have just started, right?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
I can't wait to see ghosts and say that they totally weren't ghosts.
Oh yeah. Alright, Zach's the kind who prefers to laze around his apartment on the weekend, especially after having a busy week like the last one. 3 guys are in sight though when I arrive in his unit. Oh yeah, that's right. We're supposed to go meet him, I think. Let's see. Figures. People don't seem to be where they should be when I need them. Looking around, I find no sign where he might have gone to. He usually leaves a note on his fridge if he's out for the day, just in case someone drops by.
Funny how Ashton's saying, "Dang, people aren't where I need them when I need them." When literally everybody else's complaint is that he's unavailable.
Yeah.
When they need him.
It's so funny. 'Cause, like, they try contacting him and stuff. Oops.
Yeah.
But then he like has it on just voicemail. That's it. If there isn't anyone, he probably just went out for a quick walk. I hope. Maybe he ran out of eggs or something and went out to buy some? He is out of eggs after all. Oh, that's right. He goes through his fridge and everything.
You speaking of voicemail, Misuki, do you even have your voicemail like
Set
on your
up?
phone? 'Cause
No, I
think
don't.
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a default
I
one.
purposely don't have it set up because I don't want anybody leaving me voicemail. Because even if I did have it set up, I will not check it ever. If it's important, I don't know, try calling me again or texting me, but do not bother leaving a voicemail.
I usually like listen to the voicemail when yeah, like if it's something important, right? Then I'm like, oh, okay, they left me a message. Otherwise, it's usually just like spam or, you know, scammers and stuff. Puts my running mind to rest for a while. He also has to have some, be it for an omelet or something he's baking. Oh yeah, you're Isabella, aren't you?
Apparently Isabella's here. Psst, Ash, should you be rummaging around? It's bad enough we went in here without asking for his permission. Oh, wait, I'm Ashton too,
Yeah,
right?
you're both characters.
Chill, I'm just looking. Oh, right, I remember what happened last. We were at Isabella and Rebecca's apartments. Isabella was maybe she said some words, and we had to make a
Oh,
decision.
yeah.
And I think one decision might have pissed off one, and one might have pissed off the other.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
maybe the decision we chose made them both happy. But there was definitely a decision, and we thought about it.
Yeah.
And then we talked to Rebecca and Isabella some more, and maybe Rebecca was unhappy about something. And now we're hanging out with Isabella to find Zach, I guess. Probably to talk about ghosts. Or to talk about ghosts and how they're not real. According to Ashton, and unfortunately, my experience. Despite the fact that I want to play chess with one, but I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's like, I was gonna say, that's like your whole goal. You just want to play chess with real ghosts. Also, hello, Leah. Welcome. We just started. You weren't here to hear Doxa sponsoring Sprite earlier.
Misuki, I'm wondering, maybe like ghosts are trying to hang out with me, but like I can't see them because maybe I'm ghost blind.
Maybe.
Do you mind if I like whenever I'm looking for ghosts, if I just occasionally say, "Hey ghosts, if you're here, but I can't seem to like see you or hear you."
Wait a second, I know where this is going. No, don't. No.
What? Don't you want to help me?
No.
You're wise to my antics by now.
Yes. Also, yes, Lena in her Lethal Company outfit. Wanted to change into it. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Doc, Leah.
Ah, yes. I always appreciate time to refresh myself with good old classic Sprite.
You made him drink the Sprite because that's all he has left. Well, he has a little bit of water.
The classic Sprite taste. Oh no, I have water. But you see, why would I drink this crappy water when I could drink Sprite? You know what water costs? It costs free. And you get what you pay for with water. You get some crap that doesn't taste very good. And that's why water's free. But Sprite, you pay top dollar to get that delicious taste.
No.
It's on sale now at your local grocer.
Quick change the redeem to hydrate Doc with water. Yeah. Also, thank you so much for the hydrate redeem too. I'll have to add that in next time. Alright, you got the hydrate.
Take a Sharpie, write water over the Sprite label, upload it to Discord. Yeah, I'm drinking water.
Oh my goodness. Also, thank you for that, Pat, too. My goodness. Okay. Actually, I could also go for an effing pie right now, but Zach's fridge is next to empty, save for a few leftovers.
I could go for a fucking pie too.
All I can do is sigh as I close it behind me.
If you see me take anything, feel free to call the police.
Isabella's quick to shoot me a sharp glare, and another chuckle slips from me, despite the unease in my stomach. That's a good one. Leah.
It is a good one.
Oh my goodness.
What a fucking pie.
Oh my gosh. But the cheer only lasts a few seconds, mostly because she hasn't been in the mood for any sort of friendly banter. Oh my goodness, you pinned it.
It's important.
Silence, that's telling. And a quiet Isabella? It's usually the first recipe for an incoming poo storm.
Say it.
No.
Do you always do this when you visit another person's house? Because I have a lot of questions about your methods. Just with Zach.
I'm still worried for a friend, of course, and despite what's bothering Isabella, she's anxious too. She's been standing by the doorway for a few good minutes now, since we entered Zach's place. In fact, doesn't seem to know what to do with herself. Much as I want to put her at ease, her nervous tics are starting to get to me. The manner in which she makes herself smaller, the way she fidgets with her hands, clasping them one moment and unfurling them, unfurling in the next. It's distracting enough that I want to ask what's wrong. I thought she'd give me a straight answer though, and the best I can do is help her temper it.
You don't have to hang around the door. We might be here for a while. You can sit down.
She hesitates for a second, but eventually takes the empty seat by Zach's study table.
Aren't we going to look for him? Sure we can, but where are we going to start? I can think of a few places he might be, but Luxborn's a big city. I don't want to miss the guy if we leave, and...
I draw, making a vague gesture in the general direction of Zach's bed. The messy bed suggests he was out in a hurry. He didn't even bother to fold the sheets. And also, is that his phone? Oh. His cell phone's been left behind as well. Another odd thing when he has made it a habit to never leave it behind in case a client calls.
At least the locked door points to the fact that it wasn't a forced exit.
That seems to reassure her, but not so much. Understandable. Anything might happen. In hindsight, I shouldn't have left Rebecca alone either. We'll have to check on her later. In the meantime, Zach. Well, with no other clue where he is and no other way to contact him, we have no choice but to wait. Sure, I can give the room another thorough run-through, but I don't think Zach would appreciate me upending his place. Isabella won't let me do that either. Besides, I haven't eaten anything yet. Isabella probably hasn't too. We did leave in a hurry. Might as well take a chance to cool down a bit, right? Anything to distract myself so that I don't just charge head first because of whatever paranoid scheme that comes to mind. Isabella's with me. I can't be reckless. Ooh. Returning to the kitchen, the first thing I see is a bag of chips when I rifle through his cupboards.
You know what goes good with a bag of chips?
No! Please. Please, Doc. After muttering a permission and an apology its owner won't hear, I grab it. Isabella doesn't miss shooting me another glare, but she doesn't really make an effort to stop me this time. She ignores my offer of food, though. So instead, I set myself on Zach's old couch and turn on television. Isabella's silence may not be too heavy, but it sure as heck is awkward.
Don't be a bad friend. Take that offer of sweet delicious Sprite.
No.
You won't regret it.
The screen lights up, right as some awful noontime drama starts airing on Channel 9. Nothing like sitting in front of the TV with a mindless drone running in the background to waste away the time. And waste it away we do. The afternoon has hit its last few hours when movement comes from the other side of the door, and Zach's heavy treads break the monotonous dribble from the TV. The lock clicks, the knob turns, and slowly it swings open to reveal a very exhausted looking Zach. Okay, let me save real quick. What? Did he run a marathon?
Sup, Z-Man? Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was... Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
Light as my tone might be, his arrival eases the restless edge in me. He knows what I would have done if something bad happened to one of my friends. If another minute had gone by without him showing up, I might have resorted to unconventional methods. But only after you broke the 13th one. You can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment. Stop calling me Z-Man.
I like how he's labeled Z-Man.
Yeah.
I didn't break anything this time.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just throw in here whenever you want to. And hey, is that my potato chips? It's scary how the friendly banter and easy smile come naturally. I do it even without thinking, and it speaks volumes about how comfortable I am around him. That's nice, isn't it? What makes me afraid of it, however, is the idea that a time might come where I might just do these without even meaning to, and offend him in some way. The friendship we have might be closer than most I've shared with others, but there are boundaries you can't cross without the other's permission. Zach's been respectful of that so far, neither asking about my parents or what happened to them. Me? I bet he'd say, not so much. It's also this easy banter that makes me wish we could just stay like this. No worries, no problems, just potato chips and the debate on whether or not I deserve them.
You know what you always deserve, though? That refreshing taste.
No. But as usual,
Chat,
okay.
you deserve a Sprite. Go
How-
ahead and go out to your local grocery store. Keep watching the stream though, and have a Sprite on me with your money.
with your money. As usual, something always cuts moments like this short. Of course he eats all of it. You know I was saving that for the weekend? Did you at least share some with Bella?
No. Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's free food, you know. What was it that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
Well, I'm just not hungry.
Although her tone forces him to do a double take, Zach doesn't push it. The question's not too clear in his eyes when he glances my way, though. I really wish I could answer him. Despite my best efforts, Isabella's been unforthcoming as well. What am I supposed to do? I can't just force her to speak, can I? She's not a criminal to be interrogated. She's a friend, for Pete's sake. It's a good thing Zach has a better handle of the situation than I, and soon enough he changes the subject. Where it leads to isn't necessarily the best topic, however. Alright. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do. Just say the word.
Oh.
It's
Zach was just making me think about, damn, now I want some chips.
and Sprite. Well, you already had Sprite, never mind.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for. Ash, he's the one who...
She stumbles into one of Ron's searching silences again before glancing my way. There's a plea in there for me to take the lead in this, but where do we start? The mansion? The strange things we've been seeing? The letter? Even I'm afraid of what he might say. I can't even believe I'm considering taking a deeper look into this whole thing in the first place, but here I am.
No, you're right. There really are some odd things going on here today. How is everything with you lately, Zach?
Hold on, Ash, both of you. Did I just hear you say that? Is this why Isabella's here? Has something happened?
Calm down, we're just here to check on things. So, did you meet Andrew about the photos? What photographs?
Unlike when he brought up the subject of the photos with me, he doesn't hesitate when Isabella asks for it. Zach hastily fishes them out of a nearby drawer and hands it to her. I can almost see it in him the 1 second hindsight kicks in, the realization that she would have been a better listener than I. Makes sense when all I've been doing until this morning is call it a Halloween prank. She goes through each of the prints in silence, her throat is growing stiffer by the second until she has gone rigid and pale. Oh,
Get you a woman like that, Chad. Who's gonna smile real pretty in a photograph.
It was the telling glances they exchange afterwards that speaks volumes of the things running inside their minds.
And then get her a wonderful Sprite. What did Andrew say about them?
It could be one, but there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen, so that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now, but with the dreams lately...
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all? Did you ask him even?
As expected, Zach starts to look at me like I've grown a second head. Yeah, I would too, if there was ever a universe where I was standing in front of myself. Because even as a child, I never believed in ghost stories. The lucky charms and mystical objects from my mother have often been stored away, or given as paltry gifts to those who would appreciate them more. Paltry. Yeah, that's really everything. The letter kind of slipped my mind. The photos were more important at the time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a Wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on. Kinda nasty if you ask me, but it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach.
Oh, hello, Mocha! Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Doc, but
I
no!
always look forward to a chance
No!
to have a nice, refreshing taste of that classic Sprite liquid.
It's like backfiring. Now we're just like making Doc drink
Delicious.
soda. No.
Did you know that you too can have this soda for a reasonable price at your local grocery store? Yes, today you could go get yourself your very own Sprite and drink it just like your favorite pal Doc.
He's not sponsored, by the way.
Wink. That'll throw him off. It may have something to do wait. It may have something to do with I may have
Wait. Stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day you said the exact same thing. Granted, I haven't eliminated every single possibility here yet, but what else is there to go off on from here? The worried look Zach shoots my way doesn't help one bit in helping me gather my thoughts either, when that's what I came here for. Somehow, everyone's suddenly just so worried about me. It's not like I'm pulling this out of my butt.
say it.
No.
I still don't. But even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something. Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
And along with Isabella's mornings, what's occurring around Zach? What's happening around Luxborn since Isabella found the letter?
Have you two seen the news this morning?
Zach's puzzled expression is enough answer. Of course he hasn't. Another night, another nightmare. The guy most likely went out as soon as he got out of bed to shake the images off. The memories have never really left him. Isabella, though?
I haven't actually. Ah, yes.
No, gross.
Back to drinking that good old Sprite. You know, every time I take a drink of Sprite on stream, it never disappoints me. It always leaves me with a smile.
Oh my
while the competing product, water, always leaves me with a frown on my face. Chat, what you need to make your day better is a drink that won't disappoint. Get yourself a Sprite today. I want to dehydrate Talker Team. I just have to like turn on 5 different sun lamps that are all pointed at me.
Oh my gosh.
For a few minutes. You just hear me screaming in the background. Ah!
Thank you for the hydrates though. Evaporate Sprite out of him. That's a good one.
And make me actually look like that dry emo.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for the bonk though too, sis. Even though you're right here.
Bonk. Ow! Wait, shit. I hit my headphones.
Oh.
I bonked myself. But
You actually did it?
For the redeem. Mama called and I was busy.
That could easily mean anything. Did her Kuya, her older brother, end up in jail again? She'd have to bail him out numerous times in the past, but all that did was piss her off, not sap out every ounce of cheer in her. Or is it the other brother, the younger one who keeps insisting that he quit school so she could come home? That was 2 years ago. As far as I know, she already sorted that one out. It couldn't have been her father, right? The mansion sale, she has earned enough to cover every bill for a while. It should. So, what is it then?
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
Whatever's bugging her, I thought it's something meant for casual discussion, else she would have mentioned it sooner. Tucking my curiosity for later, I take the remote and begin cycling through the channels. A distraction. Not a good one, I admit, but it's definitely better than leaving her to brood. Eventually, I find one doing a recap of this morning's reports.
Let's distract ourselves from this gloomy
Watching
topic by
TV!
checking the news and seeing what
Yeah.
new murders have happened.
And there it
That always
is!
cheers us up, right, guys? Right, guys? You love
Oh.
seeing murders.
Oh no. Poor guy.
I love seeing murders.
Doc. The poor guy's unidentifiable with how badly his body's been burnt. Wait. I can smell tummy ache from the sugar, letting me know water is better anyway. Oh. I sound like... Oh, what? Okay.
Incorrect. Water is not better.
Tummy ache from the sugar. It's gonna make your... Oh, yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Murder, maybe arson. That'd be the logical explanation if I was the officer looking into it. Except they couldn't find a source of the fire. The fire didn't even spread. You want me to
Found
report?
dead in the early hours of the morning today. The fire was contained within the room and no other tenants were harmed, according to Luxbourne police.
They're going to consider spontaneous human combustion soon enough if they don't find anything else. But what's important for everyone to note is the state of the room.
A similar writing was found in another victim's room from last week's accident. Both were employees of Briar Realty Corporation. LBN has reached out to the...
Like what happened to Cooper? Heck, I wonder how many other deaths like this that I've missed while I've been looking into right. The LPD's already thinking it's a serial killer at this point. How long until they consult with the London Metropolitan? I'm not sure. The Anselm's butcher has always been an enigma even to the people within the city. Gone for a few years, then next, one body after another is found. Merely handling the case has apparently driven the chief inspector insane years ago. He never did find out who committed those murders. Maybe now, this time...
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
Her words all come out like a whisper, but each syllable lingers in the air, heavy with her guilt. In the thick tension of the room, they strike harsher than any of the things we've said. However, she also has to know that she isn't the only one on this. No one has asked her to take this upon herself. Rebecca won't. Zach won't. I sure as heck won't. It ain't too late. We can still fix this. There's 3 of us here. 4, if you count Rebecca.
No, she's staying away from this. I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well. I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Encouragements aside, this is still a whole effing mess, and
Fuck
we're
it.
in it blind. The only way to make it worse is if we start running around like a bunch of headless chickens. But I have a concrete plan now, I think. Maybe Isabel's right. Maybe we should dig deeper into BRC itself. Maybe we are looking at it the wrong way. However, my suspicions are mine for the moment. The details of some things Zach doesn't need to know until I have something to show. It's enough that he's aware that I have an idea in mind. For his part, Zima doesn't push it, and nothing but a heavy silence leads our departure hours later. Seriously, Zach could probably make a more responsible officer than me. He only had the heart to join the force. We could certainly use more kind people like him. But as good as that thought is, I push all of it to the back of my mind as Isabella and I head for my car. Tonight, I can't stay distracted. Except for a few half-hearted attempts to get some kind of reaction from Isabella, the drive to Barcy is a quiet, awkward affair. More so than the hour-long wait for nightfall. Even if only the 2 of us, the place is rife with tense energy, only a matter of minutes now. But the ticking seconds don't take away the edge, and for the 5th time, I reach out and fiddle with the radio, adjusting and turning the knobs with no real purpose. It's a nervous quirk I developed and never bothered to correct during stakeouts, something to keep my mind occupied during long nights. What else is there for me to do?
Where's your Game Boy?
I don't think he has one.
Well,
Let me
that's
see
lame.
if
You know what he should do? He should go out and buy himself a nice, fun Game Boy while he's looking to purchase himself a nice, refreshing Sprite.
No.
Two things that go together like a classic combo: Sprite and
Oh
Game
my
Boy.
god. The person I usually count on for a casual out of the blue chat refuses my attempts at starting one.
Ash, out with it.
The way she quickly falls into silence after, despite the tone she takes though, it makes me doubt if she really means everything she's telling me right now. She hasn't even glanced my way since we arrived.
Having second thoughts? You can still back out if you want. We're just going to my office. Why should I? Dunno? You can get in trouble, maybe? This isn't exactly legal.
Scope BRC out, see if the real estate company has any more information that may be of help. Find things about Cooper and the other agents assigned to the Ermengarde mansion. According to Isabella, it's the last property the victims have worked on. Sure, I could also check the station for full reports. That's the easy, semi-legal way. But I don't want to bump the chief right now. The guys at the precinct definitely throw me out on his orders as soon as they see me. Not that my plan right now is any better. I'm just breaking to a different place, more or less, with a civilian to boot. The latter still doesn't sit well with me. It never will. Especially if this might put her in a very tricky position afterwards. She's been very careful when it comes to her work. Almost a model employee, as people would say. Why is she throwing caution to the wind now?
I'm not an employee here. I'm not supposed to be looking for any confidential stuff only people like you are privy to. If you mentioned earlier that this is your plan, I might have had enough time to think about it. I already promised to help you if you need access to those files. I didn't think you'd want to see them this soon and in this way. Besides, the same goes for you, right? You're taking off your case. Won't you get in trouble with your boss?
Honestly, as a toss-up between breaking to her office or into the Wright's mansion. As it stands, I'll have an easier time getting in here first. After all, why would someone want to break into a realty company? I've been here many times before anyway, for a few casual visits when I wanted to bug Scaredy Cat. Over the years, I have more or less grown familiar with their security setup and how badly staffed they are. Plus, as an old building, if bankruptcy rumors are true, it just means their access protocols might also be outdated.
Still, I can do this on my own, you know? Really? And how are you even planning to get into our office without an access card? Please explain. Well, I was going to pry open the card reader and use a gecko. You're a hopeless case. I really want to know why no one has locked you up yet. Yet you're helping me with this, willingly. I don't think that will sit well with the Philippine embassy either. Chances are, you'll probably get deported the minute they find out.
Low blow, I know, but it's worth a shot when she can still turn back. It's not like I don't have any means to get into the place. Whiffle around her, I have a way.
At least I have a reason to be snooping about. My badge and rank can speak for me in case things go south. You?
For a passing second, it seems to work. A hint of panic and hesitation flashes across her features when she looks to me with searching eyes. Then, unexpectedly, it dissolves. Not behind the fear I'm anticipating, but underneath something sharp and searing. I'm not sure what she sees exactly, or what she's hoping to find in the short while she holds my gaze. All of it merely goes unspoken, and no longer than a minute later, she simply averts her attention back to the window, turning it once again at some point outside.
Isabella, please. Now's not the time. It's too late for that, Ash. Give it a rest.
An appeal, spoken in a voice too harsh coming from her. Perhaps unintentional, perhaps one that's already too exhausted of everything going on lately. It's hard not to concede when she takes on that tone, and soon, despite myself, I sigh.
Ooh.
Taking away every concern I've been lugging around, in favor of trusting her on this, according her the same confidence she has implicitly given me all this time.
1 second, I've drawn my sword.
What the? What?
I have to open something. You remember that sword I told you about that's really terrifyingly sharp?
Yeah, I forgot you have that in your room.
Yeah, I'm using it to open a box of candy.
What? I guess it's
Listen,
useful.
Zach made me hungry with the chips, and I realized I can't eat chips, without that being audible. But you know what? You can eat completely silently candy, like Valentine's Day candy, and that's a genius idea. Hmm. Masuki, I wish you could see this blade. It's cool.
I bet it probably is, but
If I scream violently, I've injured myself.
oh, Doc, be
Oh fuck!
careful, be careful, man.
I got this. I haven't injured myself violently yet. I put it away.
Okay, thank goodness.
I haven't lost an arm yet.
Yet,
Okay.
yet.
That sword's so
Oh,
sharp. I just feel like if I even touched the blade slightly with my finger, just my entire arm would spontaneously
oh
fall
my
off.
god. Oh no.
All right, okay. If that's what you want, and don't worry, I didn't mean what I said earlier. I won't let anything happen to you.
Her lips briefly turn up in a smile, though none of the cheer reaches her eyes.
Let's just get this over with, okay? Everyone should be out of the office by now.
Somehow, the uncertainty in her posture makes me wonder if she intended it as some kind of a comforting gesture. Whether it's for me or for her, she doesn't let me go. Let me find out. Without saying another word, she exits the car while I'm left scrambling and chasing after her. She's already at the side entrance, a hand raised in the card reader beside it, another poised to open the door open when I catch up to her. Whatever doubt there has been in her face a while ago, it's gone. Seeing her like this makes it easier to believe my worries are unfounded, that things might go smoothly this time. Uh-oh.
And where do you
No.
think you kids are going?
Not the security.
It's late. Most offices in this building have already closed up shop for the weekend.
Bloke seems friendly enough, though no one can't really tell from his voice alone. He might be the wary sort for all I know. Keeping an unconcerned face and aloof air won't hurt, until I figured out how to wiggle us out of the situation.
Just come back on Monday if you have important business.
When the way Isabella's face brightens up, it looks as though getting through won't be too much of a problem. He's probably been working here for a few months already then. Maybe around 4 to 6 months max. Otherwise, he would have recognized Isabella or me at first glance. I haven't shown my face here since I've been assigned to the firm case a year ago. In the first place, none of their security officers ever lasted a year in service. The longest was around 7.5. I'll give this guy around that before he gets fired or finds a better paying job. For the moment, his too friendly attitude is almost a gift.
Hey, Seb. Oh, look who we have here. Been a few days since I last saw that ponytail in here. Santiago? Close enough. Wait, don't tell me yet. I'll get it right this time. Sanchez. You were closer the first time. Drat! I swear it is on the tip of my tongue. I just need a hint to remember.
I take it back. This geezer's not going to last past this month. You can't remember a regular employee's name.
It's me. Alrighty. I'm sure of it this time. Santillan. Still a ways off, Seb. Isabella, we don't have all night. I know. Just let me handle this. Sorry, Seb. Some other time. We're in a bit of a hurry. I just need to get a few things from my cubicle. Important work stuff, you know? Is it okay if we drop upstairs for a sec? Oh, absolutely. Go right ahead. As long as you have your access card with you, we're good. Not sure if I'm allowed to let your boyfriend in, though. Who, me? My what? Your boyfriend? The guy with you. Isn't he?
It's a fair observation if I do say so myself. Needless to say, the silence that descends is both uncomfortable and terribly awkward. Hold on, let's see real quick. Okay. Although the latter probably coming from mostly from me because in the next second, Isabella laughs. Laughs. Lighter than the ones I've heard from her lately. A comforting sound, really, after seeing her in such a dour mood since this morning. Even as all of it subsides into mere chuckles sooner than I'd like. It's comforting to see that I'm at least partially responsible for it, despite my poor heart being beaten to a sorry pulp. Aww.
Wrecked.
Aw.
Oh. Oh no, 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 no. He's definitely not my boyfriend.
No.
Damn!
She might as well have set it on fire and reduce it to dust while she's at it. Frankly, the number of no's in that sentence alone is a bit too much. Christ, one would have been enough to get the message across. Did she really have to put it that way?
That was 5 no's. I counted. Ooh! That's impossible. Stop being funny, Seb. Ooh! Impossible! I'll go on ahead, okay?
It's okay, just... She quickly shuffles inside with nothing more than a small wave, leaving behind an even more awkward atmosphere for me to wade through. It would have been bearable if I didn't have to suffer through a stranger's amusement. Alas, woe is me.
Not the boyfriend, but close to it, huh? Mind your own business. Kids these days. Good to see her up and about, though. Thought for sure she'd up and disappeared like the others. I bet she's been drinking her Sprite. Excuse me? Oh, you know, stuff in the news. Or were you asking about the Sprite? It's a drink that you can get at your local grocery store.
No, not that
Good
one.
Good price. Better than water. What was that about? You mean what happened with Rose Cooper?
If I'm going to be stuck with him for a while, I might as well try to gather as much intel as I can. He may just be a guard, someone with no real authority, but most of the time, people like him are the ones who know more than they let on.
Yeah, but even before that, we've got a couple of good blokes we'll never see again. We never saw again. Really, those guys could have just resigned for all you know. Dunno. I only catch tidbits of stuff from over here. Though, seriously, I heard the branch is going to get flushed soon, but that's no excuse for anarchy. Figures why Boss Man has been in an awful temper these past months. They managed to strike a good deal with the mansion in Anselm, right? That didn't do the trick. Didn't seem like it. The bloke's shouting like no tomorrow again. Wasn't very pleased when Girlie called and asked for yet another leave yesterday afternoon. Girlie? Isabella?
It's not too surprising, considering she's already been gone for 3 days. Now she's asking for another? Not that it's a bad thing. It's within her rights as an employee, but Isabella really uses her work leaves.
Yeah. Poor lassie, if you ask me. She found him a buyer for that mansion after all. And she apparently barely uses her work leave, so the dude should be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Get off her case, man. The least he could do is be considerate to her after a family member's passing. Wait, what?
The rumors. BRC, Rose Cooper, missing national employees, all of it ceases to matter in that instant. Almost on instinct, my eyes zone in on the intercom speaker as if staring daggers at it will show me the man behind the voice, so I can see the truth in his face myself.
Oh, you don't know? Know what? Nothing. I shouldn't be the one you're asking, and, things might get a bit boring here. Nobody really wants to hear what a poor old guard wants to say. You should forget I ever said anything. Why don't you just go after her and, forget this conversation? Bye. As long as you're not looking to create trouble for me, it won't be a problem. Please don't mention this conversation. You aren't here for that, right? To to get me in trouble? To let anybody know I let slip a piece of information I shouldn't have told you?
He's lucky I'm not here to hurt anyone. If I were someone with ill intentions, he might not be smiling at the end of the day.
Don't hurt me. Well, no, but I'll go and unlock that side entrance for you then. Just don't forget to drop the lights before you both leave, okay?
He's like, alright, go ahead, go ahead.
Don't tell anyone. Forget what I said. I was joking.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, wait a second. What do you mean by...
He cuts out the connection before I can finish, and the rest of my question dies in my throat. Soon the latch clicks and the side door swings open. The Seb, a stout man wearing a uniform still too loose for him, waves me over from the gap before he disappears behind the station again. Just my luck. Here I thought I'm going to have to count whatever Isabella brings with her. Although, no matter how much I want to feel happy, something else has already taken a firm seat in the forefront of my mind. Is that why she's been acting not like herself today? Since when? Of course, as I step into the building, I try to push all of these questions as far down as I can. I need to focus. Work is work. What if what I've heard is exactly what I think it is? If it's a sign of things to come? Honestly, I don't feel too good about that. I don't like this whole elevator look. It's a quiet ride.
Elevators.
It's a quiet ride up to the.
Selena, will you hum us a elevator riding tune?
Yeah, can we have an elevator music? Kind of just sound whirling.
If you don't, I will have to, and nobody wants that.
I'd love to hear it.
Damn it.
Oh, dang it. Alright, it's quiet up to the 7th floor, where the VRC looks from the main offices. Thank you, Doc. Someone's been kind enough to switch to guesses. The elevator's power on, just as I'm about to head for the fire exit stairs. This is a welcome relief. I'm an active guy, but stairs? I don't want to tie out too quickly in case things get ugly. There probably won't be any trouble with the building this quiet, but you never know. I swear, the whole place definitely feels eerie at this time of night. Well, until I'm confirmed anything, those are still just stories. Worst things can happen. No need to scare myself. Staying calm means fewer mistakes.
Though I sure am fucking gutsy, especially with what I'm doing.
I'm breaking a lot of laws here. I'm also putting Isabella in a lot of risk. Best thing that can come out of this is that Isabella's right all along. Worst case scenario? 1. Someone finds out Isabella's involvement in this and her boss fires her. 2. I find evidence that would implicate BRC or loop right in a crime. In my meddling, if I'm not careful enough, make it inadmissible in court. But I'll be honest, I strongly prefer losing my job or facing a right over some spirit or ghost or whatever it is. I can always work on problems with the former. Isabel could also find a better job. BRC never did pay her properly despite her efforts. But fighting off a phantom? How does one even do that? Do guns even work with them?
Yeah, not going to happen.
But tonight, I'm here to fix things. If I do it without leaving a
elevator
trail,
ride's
I'll do it better. It's a long elevator ride. He's like,
fucking A. Read faster.
Good thing that's what I'm good at. Oh, here it is. It's done.
Thank fucking God.
What I'll probably never be good at is finding the proper words when a stitch calls for it. Why don't you turn on the lights here? I don't like this darkness here.
No, this is my jam.
No.
This is how I always walked around at
why?
the office.
I just like bump into everything. But seeing as
No, I have night vision. I'm awesome like that.
I see. Seeing Isabel's small form beyond the stores, how she pushes through it despite carrying an entirely different burden this time. How she's pretending as if everything's normal. It's difficult not to try. People who never look beyond her smiles will never know, will never understand. Heck, even Rebecca's probably not yet aware of this. I get it. We have other problems at hand. I've done the same thing plenty of times to protect myself, after all. It's all in her eyes when she glances up at the few light raps I give the door. She wastes no time in leaving the mess of papers on her table and opening it for me, though even the confusion as she takes in my presence barely hides it.
Seb let you in?
The rough edge in her voice brings a whole different tune now that I'm aware why. But knowing is different from hearing it straight from her. I can't simply bring this up, can I? It's not a topic suited for casual conversation, and I doubt she wants to talk to me about it. As much as I want to help, there's a distance between us I'll never be able to cross. One that wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for me. Perhaps if I had been more honest years ago, and less of a coward, I might have been able to. Figures I couldn't even do that for the one person I keep telling myself that I care deeply about.
What can I say? I'm a very charming person. To a rock, maybe.
Ugh. This is as close as we can get to it, I suppose. The light banter, the fleeting glances, or sometimes the long bouts of silence. And it's enough. For me it is. Because even without words, there's comfort. With her, it's easy.
Must be a pretty cool rock then. Get over yourself. Hey now, I deserve some slack here. Today's supposed to be my day off, and yet here I am, helping you out. Helping by standing at the door? Well, you're not exactly letting me in.
Despite what she says, she moves to block me when I try to enter. She must have expected this, the second we walked up the building's entrance and counted on the night shift guard to bar me from the place. It's reassuring to know she's somehow worried about me, although it's a bit misplaced at the moment. Besides, concerns aside, I really can't let her get into the thick of things without me, not with all the problems on her plate right now.
Isabella? Seriously, Ash, Seb might get in trouble for this. You might get in even bigger trouble with your boss. And you're not? We've already talked about this back at Zach's. It's out of the question. At least do it for Seb, please. He's a really nice guy. But the way things are going here, he's...
On that, I agree with her. Seb's not such a bad fellow. Might be a little careless of his job and talks too much, but he means well. I hate to see the guy leave here with a bad record in case something goes wrong. However, the anxious look she shoots back at the table behind her bring an even bigger worry.
Did you find something? Aside from what you told me about yesterday? Not yet. I'm not sure. I haven't started going through the files we have in the records room. Just the ones they handed to me and Rose. Let me see. Wait, Ash! Isabella, I already promised you that no one's going to get in trouble after we're done here. Even Seb. I'll make sure we leave the place clean.
Her hesitation's still there, a split second of indecision as she tries to form an argument. Eventually, when nothing comes to mind, she steps aside.
Okay. We can't take the original files out of this office, clear? Not even a single sheet. We'll just have to make a copy. Don't worry, that's the plan.
It appears to reassure her. A nod, then shortly she dresses for me to follow. Passing the seats of cubicles, I can't help but take in everything in their office, a force of habit for the most part. As far as I know, Beersley looks more than used to own this whole building. Offices in several floors, once upon a time, when real estate is still a lucrative business for the company in this side of the country. Then, competition showed up and suddenly everything is not so good anymore. It only got worse as the years went by, or so according to the rumors. Now the branch is just this floor, despite what the huge sign in the building's facade says. And frankly, it's not too hard to believe. One looks at the state of this room right now. A number of desks have been cleared out. Personal mementos are scarce as if the employees have gone on an exodus. Let me save. That'd be the downsizing, probably. Still worrisome though. Of course, I shake away all of this when Isabella starts handing me the paper she's been looking through. Focus, pray. There's no point in whining and dwelling on any longer on it. That's why we're here in the first place, to find out what the real deal is the old-fashioned way.
Who calls himself by their last name
I know.
in their head?
I never do. Isabella's presence is a whole other blessing too. I couldn't imagine how long this would take if I pushed it going in here alone.
Is this everything? Where are the documents you mentioned? Still locked up in records room. Do you need them now? Bring them here. Everything that has to do with the mansion sale. Even those who worked on it during the renovations, the cleanup, everything. Including your mandatory sign-in sheets.
It's an odd thing to bring up, but at least it elicits a laugh from her before she heads for the records room. She remembers. No matter how weak the sound of it is from her usual one, it's a welcome thing to hear. It reminds me that the Isabella I know is still in there. She returns minutes later with a thick stack of folders and binders. For the next half of the hour, we work in complete silence while we dig into everything piled in the folders. Not an easy task, considering how thick the whole thing is, but there's two of us. In fact, Isabella does most of the work, sorting the contracts, the employee lists, and stuff we won't need into a neat pile. Just the files for the restoration alone makes up a stack of papers that is an inch thick. Third-party service providers hired by for the masonry, radiators, wood cutting, plasterwork, slate roofing, and a whole bunch of other things are well documented. Heck, every single contractor who worked on the project were listed individually, even if they were just there to do the plumbing. It's a high-profile and high-cost estate, alright. But with that scope comes the loopholes. There's plenty of room to hide something in, if there's something fishy going on. All I have to do is find a pattern. And it doesn't take long. Upon closer glance, despite the original owners shouldering the renovation costs, it'd be surprising if they managed to break even on the Ermagod mansion. What with the additional expenses for the open house, the commission for their agents, and other overhead fees. At one point, the negotiations to get it listed under BRC's name almost broke down too. Some disagreement about the listing price. The owners wanted to get rid of it as quickly as possible while keeping the worth at a profitable level. BRC was insisting on a higher amount, double what the appraiser suggested. This, plus the rumor that their branch is closing? BRC Lexmore really is in the red, and the sale of the mansion could have easily been a desperate move to keep the branch afloat.
No wonder the final sale happened as fast as it did. Did you know about this? No. They took it off our hands after I submitted the final documents for sale. I didn't even know until I've read this. I'm not sure if Rose did. I've only been given the key to the records room after she... Anyway, my point is, they've kept all the files for me. Rose was the one who compiled everything from our side, and even then she was probably not aware of this. There's only so much they let us know. After that, they just told us to wait for our commission and that the legal team would handle the rest. The rumors are true, huh? Seems so.
Jeez. This place is just unlucky, going bankrupt while the rest of this crap is happening. But this isn't what we're looking for. What we need is the who. The people aside from Isabella and Cooper involved in this business with the mansion, and the how they are now. We can't do much with the outside contractors. They won't be on file. An employee list, on the other hand. Even with 2 people working through the pile, the whole task still takes quite a while. It's a quarter of an hour later when we put down the papers with a sigh, and move on to the clients upon Isabella's insistence. For that, the sign-in form from the open house comes in handy. Something that gives me a laugh when I spy the fake name I wrote on one of the sheets. Which one is his fake one?
Is it Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be. Why did I even pick this name? It sounds so lame.
Ashley.
Oh, Ashley! What name? Nothing important. Just focus on those papers you have. We need to finish this soon before Seb suspects anything.
She snatches the paper away before the thought of hiding it occurs to me. Not that there's much secret in it. Isabella found me the afternoon anyway, but still.
Ashley?
I've been careless that day, telling Luke right without confirming where they were headed off to. While the butler's terribly efficient in keeping the rights engagements from the public eye, there are other ways if only I'd given it the time of my day. In retrospect, I've been too eager, too impatient to find something that will crack the case and be done with it. Maybe my fire goes as far back as the day of the open house, not during the party last night.
Yeah, well, I was pressed for time. Seriously, Ashley? Were you even trying? Oh, come on. You didn't even notice I was the one who wrote it down. Of course I wouldn't. Only an idiot would use his real name. It worked, though. Admit it. It's genius. Who would have thought, huh?
He responds with a roll of her eyes, then drops the matter entirely by shoving the paper back to my hands. We lapse back to our respective tasks afterwards, wordlessly skimming through everything. Read, set aside, get another one. Looking back at the sign-in sheet, I spot Luke Wright and Hannah Wright listed up top. Not that I don't know about them already, of course, but scanning through the list, a name immediately comes to my attention.
Hoo. Madeline Williams. Is something wrong? Huh? No, just as I remember this girl listed here.
She frowns, moves her seat closer, and takes careful read at the sheet. It's a long moment before she speaks to get up again, but from the way she tenses, she appears to be expecting the worst already.
What about her? She was with me, in the group following Cooper, when we toured the upstairs part of the mansion, I mean. Rather loud one, especially when we took a peek into the attic. Kept talking about the ghost stories the whole tour. Then, do you think she was reported missing 3 days after.
There was a ruckus at the precinct the day her family followed it. Deaths are naturally given at the lack of progress days later, desperate ones. Her family is willing to shell out all the cash they have just to find her, to no avail, unfortunately. Officer Benjamin has been in a bad mood ever since he spoke with them, but what can he do? What can we do? He's tied, we're all tied. There's only so much we're able to do with everything that has been shoved into our hands recently.
She still hasn't been found. It's already been a week.
Isabella makes no further comment aside from a nod. Instead, she sits back on her chair with a distant look in her eyes, her hands balling to a fist as she struggles with her frustration. Or maybe it's anger. But the moment doesn't last too long. Soon, her grip loosens and she folds her hands back on her lap. Her expression, however? It's one I've seen too many times in the mirror. What does one say to a person burdened not by one loss, but many, who carries it in her shoulders like a badge of shame? I've yet to find the answer to that myself. Until then, the only way is forward. Press on to see where our attempts at fixing our mistakes might lead us. And despite my own doubts, a glimpse of that look in her face is enough reason for me. I can't just give up. There's too much at stake, too much to lose. With renewed focus, I continue. On the third and last sheet, I spot another one. Beatrice Wilde, one I recall from the newspaper obituaries. Died of a heart attack. A letter of correspondence expressing condolences to her family confirms as much in her files. Passed away at age 74 in her sleep.
She's at that age. It certainly could have been a natural death. Imagine being a ghost that like has to do like a vendetta thing, and you go to like try to haunt somebody and kill them.
Yeah.
But like before you even get a chance to say boo, they're already fucking dying.
Oh,
like, how
no.
awkward is that? Like
It's like, I'm just gonna go now.
Do you stay and wait to see if you can haunt them? Do you like help them and try to help them live so then you can boo them and kill them yourself? Or like do you just kind of like awkwardly
like just leave? Like yeah, just like ooh, sorry.
Like, what do you even do when you're like a murder ghost in that situation?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
That's something to think about. You might want to think about it soon.
Wait.
But you know, don't worry about that one.
Okay. I like to believe so. But 3 more letters turn up when
if you ever do become like a ghost vengeful for murder, you know, whether it's in the distant future or coincidentally soonish, nothing to do with me.
Wait, hold on a moment.
You should consider that and then like submit me like some kind of ghostly message to let me know like what you would do as a murder ghost for murder.
What the?
Yeah, and also don't murder me. If you were a murder ghost, my soul would like not be valuable to you. You know, it's uh you should uh murder somebody else
What the?
instead.
Few more lists are up when I rummage his stack, and it leaves nothing more than foreboding feeling in me. Uh-oh. They're all addressed to families of clients who have passed away in the past week. Regardless, these go into a pile of things worth looking into after our visit here, along with William's info sheet. There's just so many names, so many faces. Each one I've seen that day, and here I am wondering if they're alright. It isn't a selfless thought that brings a question to mind. Rather, it's the logic that if more of them are still alive, the more people I can choose to question. Nothing's concrete yet, of course. These are just speculations, but we're making progress. Once done with the sign-in sheets, I stash it along with the growing pod to my left, pull as many of the other documents Isabella has already prepared for me. We're working to employee list right now. List now. Those have been signed to the mansion. Because if Isabella was to be believed, if what she's seen and what happened to Rose Cooper is because of that letter, I need to know everyone who has possibly read it aside from 3 of us, if they've been noticing strange things too. For all I know, these may have just been a terrible coincidence. Although the thought of that starts to diminish as we dig into the BRC's company files. 15 minutes later, the stack close to my elbow has risen from 5 to 21 different... Oh my goodness, there's so many.
Dossiers.
I don't even use that word, but thank you.
It's a French word.
Client and employee documentation. People have either visited the open house or worked on the property in some capacity since the letter's discovery. Turns out, there were 2 more employees who handled the mansion directly, aside from Cooper and Isabella. Christian Sai? I'm gonna say, yeah.
Maybe.
The realty specialist and, oh no, Mark Julius
Jean-Marie.
Oh my goodness.
This side guy, he was in custody just the other day. Really? Sir John has been looking for him. He stopped reporting to work a few weeks ago. Are you sure it's the same person? Yep, this is him. Folks at the precinct said they went to his house after a noise complaint. They found him just acting all crazy. I had to take him in when he started getting violent. He kept screaming about a woman.
Immediately she stiffens. I don't want to bring it up or imply any connection to Isabel's story, but that is exactly what happened.
It was driving the guards mad, but he didn't last too long in there. A few hours in, and he just started bashing his own head against the wall, and well, it was messy to say the least. Oh no, we had no idea. Is he okay? HR just marked him as AWOL because none of their calls would get through. He's in the hospital right now. I heard they're putting him in a psychiatric ward as soon as he recovers. He's still a bit unstable.
Jean-Marie, on the other hand. The employee file notes his date of leaving, and even when his final payment had been given. Along with it is a letter to his family about the appraiser. How do you say it again?
Appraiser.
Appraiser. Being found dead in the office. Well, everyone's dying in this place. Oh no. Communication is hush-hush, and there's a mention of compensation if they don't talk about it in the media. Spectre and Abigail has often scolded me for not reading the reports on a regular basis, but I try to keep up to date as much as I can. When I do, I make sure I'm aware of the gist of what's going on in my city. This never reached the police's ears, or the health and safety executive.
Oh. Do you know about this guy?
One glance at her says everything. They've hidden it from the media. They kept it from the police. It's not surprising this will also be a secret from someone of Isabella's position in this company. F!
Fuck. Fuck! I got you covered, Misuki.
Thank you.
You're still safe, so. Rose was looking for him last week. We haven't heard anything from him either. And until now, they never mentioned this to us.
Business going under and someone dies while working here? Of course they want to keep that quiet. It's bad publicity. This whole thing is just getting freakier by the minute. Nevertheless, I hand the files for Isabella to make a copy of.
Damn, no, this ghost has like kill
You're right?
count.
Going to
Like,
get
I think if
everyone.
this ghost was playing Halo, they'd hear the announcer go, "Kill-tacular." Kilimanjaro.
Oh.
The pages with their names, addresses, and contact numbers will do. We'll start with the ones who live within the city. Killtrocity.
Sometimes there are things you really can't just brush off as a mere coincidence. In my line of work, once a pattern pops up, it's only right to be suspicious.
I think that Ghost has probably earned all the kill streak awards too.
I think so.
Ghost is about to call in an attack helicopter to kill off the rest of the employees.
Especially the thing with Sai. It hits too close to the stuff my own friends have been telling me. A woman,
All of this?
It's considerably thinner than the one she brought in, yet somehow, the way she hugs the foes close to herself makes it seem heavier. She's hanging onto it in the same manner one will latch onto a lifeline.
Only the noteworthy ones.
And those that might still be alive, might. She doesn't need to know that.
We can't check the outside contractors, but the guys with a direct connection to DRC and the people who attended the open house should be enough. We don't have time to see how everyone's doing, especially if what you said is true.
For a second, she appears about to argue, then quickly decides against it, and hides it away before anyone reads the question in her face. Then, in a too abrupt motion, she turns towards the copier and gets to work. Soon, only the machine's constant drum fills the air around us, while I keep myself busy cleaning up the mess we've made. The lack of talk is awkward, to put it mildly. It's disturbing at worst. I've gotten so used to letting her just babble away whenever it's just the two of us. I could tell, however, she wants to do more. She wants to fix this mess herself, and that desire makes her antsy. But at the same time, she's learning how not to be impulsive or stubborn, exactly as I've told her yesterday before agreeing to any of this. Or maybe these so-called changes have always been with her. Dire situations have always pushed people to change after all. Although seeing this happen in front of me only makes it difficult to find the proper things to say. In an atmosphere that's tense and charged, what is left for us to talk about? Certainly not news. What's worse is when you only realize all of this in hindsight, right after you've already ran your mouth off.
You know, for a house your company seems to be in a hurry to sell, you still made quite a fortune out of it. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 6. Are you sure they're planning to give your entire share for this? This isn't a small amount, especially given the usual cut, and their accounting department isn't in the greatest shape either. Even if they don't, it's not like someone still needs it.
And there's the reason why people don't let me talk. Silence once again descends throughout the room, denser compared to the ones we've shared tonight. Behind me, I can still hear her movements, sharp and precise while she feeds the originals to the machine. Then, with one last click, all of it stops. Her feet shuffles lightly against the floor when she moves away. Something creaks softly, probably the table, as she settles her weight against its side. By this time, an apologies are ready to tip my tongue, but...
Well, Papa's gone, Ash.
Within those few seconds, everything between us shifts as the gravity of her words sinks. Right then and there, something harsh and immovable rises between us. Death is something I'm familiar with. Almost 10 years in the police force, and it's impossible not to be acquainted with it. But this is different from those dead bodies we examined in forensics, far cry from the victims we found in a bad investigation. Those I could easily distance myself from. No emotional attachments, no need for pretenses. Yet somehow I still find myself grasping for things to tell her. Any words of comfort that'll dull the pain. Because even without looking at her, her grief feels palpable enough, her pain, immutable weight hanging over us. Just stay busy. That's terrible. No, I need to talk, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about him.
When? Huh? When what? Your your dad, I mean. When did you find out?
She doesn't answer. Not immediately, anyway. For a long moment, the hush simply stretches out before us, spanning across the seconds we let pass while we both simply stand there waiting. Eventually, she exhales. Lightly, muted enough that I might have missed it, had I not been paying attention to her every movement.
Yesterday, around 3 in the afternoon there, Mama called. She told me he passed away in his sleep, and I guess I guess I can take comfort in that, huh? Papa wasn't in any pain when.
He trails off, releases another ragged breath hidden underneath her chuckles, each one mirthless, heavy with nothing but sorrow. Then she falters into silence. For all my attempts at lightening her burden, I'm suddenly at a loss. Reassurances can only do so much, if her only reason for staying here has suddenly been taken from her. A hope yanked from under her feet right after it was generously given. And without that, without the one person who pushes her to endure, all of this,
Shit!
yeah, we're going through, she's going through, means nothing but a struggle. What does one say to a person fraying at the edges, slowly wearing thin and breaking? Are words even enough? What right do I have, anyway? I cannot give her anything, apart from lies that change me as a person, and affections she may or may not even want for herself. Because no matter how easy she has wormed herself into our lives, how immutable her presence has become, her own heart will always yearn for something else. For home.
Tell me about him. Huh? About what? Your dad. Tell me about him. Anything. Just talk. Say anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll listen.
Silence again, as if she's testing the weight of my question, for what purpose it is, for a reason even I can't say right now. After a while, though, she starts, reluctantly, her voice hitching, faltering, and stumbling on each syllable as she chooses her words. A rough start, but soon it steadies. And along with it, to keep company the stories from childhood and memories she's fond of, are the tears. Despite this, in spite of the grief choking her words off, the hurt closing her throat, and the sobs racking her lip form, she continues, like the mere act of speaking is a relief in itself. A release. She tells me of her father, the very person who named her, how she looked up to him, how she was a bit of a tomboy growing up, in her attempts to imitate him, and how the man encouraged her to pursue what she really wanted. Perhaps even the only thing she ever did for herself, having grown up not wanting anything more than food to put on her tables.
He told me I don't have to listen to them. That I can do what I want. Every day, he'd wake up at 4 Ash because he'd earn more that way. And every single time, he'd give them to me. Whatever extra he earned, he'd hand them all, so I'd have something to use for my paintings. And you know what? Back home, just a good tube of paint costs almost as much as what we spend for food the whole day. But he always set something aside. He told me he wanted to see my paintings in a museum one day.
He pours all of it out, every little thing she loved and admired about him. Like this, it's easy to see why she has gone to such great lengths for him, why she abandoned her dreams, why she went against his wishes, just to grant him another chance at life. Others will say it's her warmth that draws people to her, or her cheer. Neither are wrong, but it is the whole truth to her either. Because those who never bother to look beyond the surface will never see it. See her. See someone earnest, someone who's always meant well, despite her underlying stubbornness. This is how she loves. Warm, steadfast, unflinching. You never meet many people like her, not in my line of work, not the kind of people I've had to deal with. Always with something to hide, always with something to lie about. Eventually, when you run across too many of them, you change. You become like them. In many ways, for a lot of reasons. She's the kind of person I want to be and be around with. Who made me feel like I am still worth something.
He didn't want me to leave. Said, begged. I should finish my studies first. In the end, I couldn't even grant him that one request. I'm a terrible daughter, aren't I? You're not. Huh? You're not. I can't speak for your dad. I haven't even met the man, but I know you're not.
I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with this. The rug just came out. Now I'm stringing all of these together as I go. But one thing is certain. None of what I'm about to say is a lie.
The Isabella I know is a total klutz, but I've never seen anyone work as hard as she does. She's the type who wears her heart on her sleeve, though it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's always in the right place. She's intimidated by a lot of stuff, but she knows how to appreciate the smallest things in them. Frankly, you've caused us no small amount of trouble since you barged into our lives. But when I'm with you, all of my worries seem trivial.
Heat has already crept up my face when the turn this whole thing is about to take registers. Before I blurt out the rest of it, and kind of things I'm not even ready to reveal to anyone, much less to her, my hand comes up to smother the rest of it. The embarrassment quickly takes the reins before I can completely clamp my mouth shut.
And I'm pretty sure Zach and Becca think the same way. You have a nasty way of growing on people like that. And you know what? We got everything we needed in here. I'll just wipe the security recordings and we're good to go. While I'm at it, you better wipe the snot off your face, and you don't look very nice when you're bawling like that.
Basically, I gather everything. The personnel files, client documents, sales agreements, and contracts. Anything my hands could reach. In record time, all of it has been stacked in a neat pile, ready for storage. I'm heading for the records room not a few seconds later. Well, wherever that is. It should be easy to find, unless this place is a maze of some sort, which I highly doubt. Still beats staying here and seeing the look on her face. Crap. Really, her anger is so bearable. I can take that, including the glower she sends my way.
So, yeah, I'll go get the security videos and put these back where you pulled them from. Man, these are so heavy, you know? Ash, it's just paper. You don't even know where I... Oh, no, I can handle this. Easy as pie. And, yeah, security cams, tapes, videos, cams. Yeah, I'm off.
Rejection at this point? Maybe not yet. Dean falls back to BRC's archive room as a cinch. Well, let me save really quick. Yeah.
When you save over the same file,
I don't.
What if there was a mistake that you made?
No, obviously that other mistake is decision is bad. Documents back in their proper places. I lock the door behind me, tugging it twice just to make sure. Now to the next order of business. Moving the evidence of our little excursion in here. At the very least, parts showing what we've been doing during the past hour. Can't have our faces plastered in security footage, showing us breaking the law as it were. I'm gonna have to wipe the data for Isabella's access card entries too. Surprisingly, finding the security room proves a breeze. What would be tricky is getting inside. The fact that no one has walked out during the whole time we've been here means the room is either empty or the security is sound asleep. I'm banking more on the former. If they're cutting corners and firing agents, I have no doubt that they fired the guy stationed here. And if there's anyone watching the monitors in the first place, it's a rather common thing for establishments. Just leave security recording indefinitely and only check the footage if something actually happens.
I mean, like fair though.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would cost so much to hire somebody to just stare at a fucking camera. It would be ridiculous, and yeah, there's other considerations, but like understandable. I feel like there's only so many places that have any reason to actually have somebody constantly watching the cameras. Really,
Right, yeah. It depends on the place, I guess.
like if they're storing money,
Yeah, yeah, then for
you
sure.
definitely want somebody watching those damn cameras if they're storing money.
Alright, just to check. I've pressed my ears against the door, listening for a sign of anyone occupying the room. After a long minute and nothing, I give the knob a few rattles.
Standard lock and key should be easy enough to pick. Hi, lockpicking lawyer here.
Yeah. We have lockpick sets, but those are only to be used if necessary, and with a search warrant. Even then, it's a skill set rarely needed. Something. Wait, how do you say that?
Subtlety.
Subtlety. Okay. This is on the cop's priority if they have authority to search premises. Bolt cutters and brute force are their favored methods. A rosebell, call locksmith. Me, I prefer the good old hairpin trick when those options are available. Besides, they're easy to hide and store for emergencies. Running my hand through my hair, I pull a pair of bobby pins. Two of these, I can just about open any standard lock. One makes a lever and the other makes a handle. I won't call it a combat skill, but it certainly takes time, a lot of practice to successfully pick a lock. Good thing I practiced them for a bit in my college years. I learned more when they're accessible and a standard issue for a law enforcement officer. I wiggle here and I click there, and I managed to seize all the pins in the locking mechanism soon enough. With a slight turn of the knob, the security room's right for the picking. You're gonna find something on that screen, isn't it? I don't like this. I hate this. The room's odor hits me first. A sharp, nauseating stench, as if someone has accidentally spilled a gallon of bleach in the room. When was the last time they opened this place? Oh.
Oh, this place smells awful. Jesus, it's worse than a forensic lab on a bad day.
It's probably because of a badly botched effort to clean the place up, even in the dark, in spite of dark stains on the walls. I really don't have the time to try and play is this ketchup or soda right now, but I have a strange gut feeling who the mess might belong to.
You know what? Soda never leaves a spot on your walls. Sprite.
Oh my god.
It's a delicious drink you should buy today.
As expected, no security personnel mans the office's CCTV controls, and the standalone DVR setup is open for anyone. Normally I'd have a heap of things to say about the sloppy security setup, but right now, their negligence makes the whole task of erasing evidence easier.
Yeah, it should at least be password locked. Like, what
I know.
No muss, no fuss. No fuss, no muss.
Next one should be the access card data. No, hopefully getting to their computer won't be too much of a hassle. Everything up to now has been smooth sailing. There have been hiccups, I'll give it that, though it does nothing to damper that good mood I'm in.
Yeah, I'd like to know how he's going to get into the fucking computer.
I know. Once I shift my attention to the machine sitting next to the DVR setup, all of it swiftly evaporates. I'm a computer buff, but I could definitely recognize one more than a decade old. Simply looking at it makes me feel younger.
Damn.
With a heavy sigh, I power it up and mentally prepare myself for a slow slug. Slow apparently remains an understatement here. It takes a whole 3 minutes for the thing to start up. The OS hasn't even started loading, and in my boredom I start inspecting the live feeds from the cams. Only two work. One for the view outside, everything seems to be in order there, and the other for main workspace where... It's a fleeting glimpse, a cursory glance, but the sight of it stops me. The image is a bit blurry, but standing there, right in the middle of the room, in one of the cubicles, I can make out the form of a... I don't know what that is. What is that right there?
What the hell is this?
Oh, have a good night, Leah.
Good night.
Sleep well. Thanks
And
for
make
hanging
sure
out.
before you go to bed to have yourself a nice
Oh my
refreshing Sprite.
No,
it always makes me feel better before I go to sleep.
No,
Good.
have some water. Have some water. Not the
Water's
Sprite.
stupid and lame and will give you nightmares. Trust me. I wasn't paid to say this, so that's why you can trust me.
I will have a nice, refreshing Sprite. No, Leah, you betrayed me.
Yes.
You
You're my
betrayed
favorite
me.
chatter.
How could you? But yeah, take care.
No, don't spray me.
Oh, was that a spray for both?
Both.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, happy, I mean, I was gonna say, hope you have a good weekend. Rest well. I don't get too far into that line of thought. A few seconds after my words have slipped out, without any sort of warning, while I'm still trying to make sense of what it is, it's gonna be like, pew, the face is gonna fly towards the screen. The figure moves. Uh-oh, a moment paralysis hits me when she stops right in front of the camera. Like a dang rookie, I go still in the face of danger. I definitely haven't been trained to handle supernatural, and this is one, isn't it? And... oh no.
Fuck.
Her eyes bore into me, their mouth and them piercing, even beyond the screen. It's enough to make me go numb. Only the mug crashing to the floor when my hand accidentally takes a swipe at it, snaps me out of the trance. Reminding me that I'm not the only one here. Isabella! It seems she hasn't noticed anything. Am I the only one seeing this? In any case, whatever's happening, I have to get her out. Gathering my wits, I quickly reach for my phone. It takes about all 2 seconds before she answers, but there's no time for relief.
Ashton? Did you really have to call? Practically on the same floor.
Do you see that lady behind you, Isabella?
Get out of there. What? Why are you... Out! Get out! I'll meet you in the elevator, just... You're creeping me out, Ash! Just get yourself out of that place, now!
Without second thought, I back away from the controls, from the room, ready to be done with this place. But before my foot even moves, she disappears. Oh, you...
Son of a-
You... What are you, is it the... what is it, the ring? Let me see. This thing instantly takes over. My hand quickly reaches for the gun at my side. I don't think the gun's gonna work on her. Only to meet empty air. She took my gun!
Well, you know, that's good, because if he shoots and puts a bullet in those fucking screens, it's going to be very bad evidence
Oh
of them
yeah,
being there.
no, no. A mistake that causes me a few precious seconds, while the paperwork I brought with me threatens to scatter everywhere at the same time. Yamming everything in myself once more, with no weapon to protect myself. My sense of self-preservation kicks in next, and I lunge towards the door. I sprint across the office without daring to look back. Isabella's already waiting in front of the elevators by the time I make it out of their office. Lori creases her eyebrows upon glancing at me, but I don't have time to answer the question in her eyes. As soon as I reach her, I grab her arm, practically throw the two of us into the open elevator, and slam the button for the ground floor. A sigh of relief escapes from me when the elevator starts its descent. The click noise fades off into the distance. Beside me, Isabella shifts, moving a stack of papers under her arm while she takes in my appearance. Concerns in her eyes, though all I can offer is a small gesture of my hand if I attempt to compose myself. Breathe. In, out.
Why are we in such a hurry? We need to get out of this place. Did you get everything? Yeah, it's all here, but really, you don't look too good. What's wrong, Ash? I'll be fine. Just... I was in the security room. There's... From the monitors, there was a fucking...
The rest of what I'm about to say dies on my tongue when the elevator stops and the door opens to the ground floor. There's a moment's pause while we both take in our surroundings. Confusion's understandably there.
Oh, come on. They should just replace this whole thing. No, I'm quite
Uh-oh.
surely pressed.
Don't tell me we have to like start running into in this parking lot. Right?
Right?
But it's just as Isabella said. The elevator always did have problems when I visited in the past. Oh, I guess it's normal. Often she becomes so angry whenever we try to get to her floor, and she'll have to repeatedly smash the button for the elevator to even move. That's kind of dangerous, actually. It's good,
How is it that
right?
fucked up? Like, it's a simple button panel. How is it that fucked up?
That was always.
Like, I think if it's that finicky
Mm-hmm.
on just a simple button panel, that there must be something horribly electrically wrong.
Wouldn't that be like a safety kind of like concern?
If it's horribly electrically wrong, yeah, because
Yeah.
I would be worried that something horribly electrically wrong is a fire hazard.
Yeah. That was always a good for Griffith laugh. I wasn't too worried then. Now, uh-oh. From a distance, beyond light's reach, the noise echoes in my ears along with the rapid pounding in my chest. This is like a classic horror thing where you try to like close the elevator before the thing gets close. Isabella stiffens and her eyes grow wide at the sound. Gingerly, she reaches up to grab the hem of my sleeve and grips it hard. Oh, grips it. Hard, tight enough for her fingernails to dig through. Her eye searches wildly for a source of sound, while I stand protectively in front of her.
Ash, do you hear that?
Do I hear the grudge sound? Yeah.
Anyone there? I can hear you moving from here. Show yourself.
What are you gonna do, like smack it in the face? Punch it? No response. No response, only the soft sound of something scurrying around the floor, and the walls in slow, deliberate movements. Faint though, still audible enough in this hush. Until it stops. Oh please, don't do this to me. A moment.
We need to go, Ash. We have to...
And then, this time I'm certain it isn't my imagination. Against my training, my whole body freezes. Hands stilling mid-press on the button, eyes growing wide while waiting for any sort of move from further back, and ears strained for the source of the sound. I can't even offer Isabella any reassurance, much as I hate to admit it. Dread has seeped into every nerve of my body. And that blasted elevator still won't work.
This isn't in my fucking training manual! Ash, we need to leave! I know that sound! Ash, please, get the elevator!
Another series of shuffling against the ground, a laughter, and all of a sudden, she's just there. Like a twisted spider, she stares at us. A look of hunger in her eyes, and venom in a twisted manner she smiles. A glee she has well earned. When we're dang flies have been dropped right onto the spider's web.
Damn. Ashton!
What am I supposed to do, Isabella?
Damn it! Damn it!
Keep clicking it. Without warning, she moves, mocking me with each unhurried crawl she takes, knowing I'm at her mercy.
Fucking hell! Ashton, the door! The door!
Our lives are in the hands of a crummy elevator, literally hanging between life and death. We're not going to die here. Not from this dang elevator. Hold on, I'm gonna save again.
I'll kick the ghost in the face!
Not in a dang elevator.
In a damn elevator!
Oh shoot! Oh. 1, 9, 4, 7, 5. 6, 4, 5, 3. Are you serious?
Oh my!
Oh my god!
I thought you turned those off!
Oh my gosh, I was not gonna make it. As if a dying power has heard me slowly ring up a storm in my head, the door closed just as that thing looms near. That was scary.
I really thought you had turned off the QuickTime events.
I know, I could have, just like turned it off or like skipped it, but I just did it.
Nice.
Soon, the elevator, the blasted thing, was headed up. Isabella's knees buckle in relief. In 2 ticks, she's hugging herself, without any care for the mess of papers and folders she has dropped on the floor in her panic. She draws in one ragged breath after another, each one brimming with nothing but relief. And this is the most I've been tired in my whole dang life. Not during training when my superior first asked me to drop 100, not after a stakeout, but after smashing an elevator button
Not
repeatedly.
A fucking elevator button.
It's like, why do I have to press all certain ones, right? All of them. I slumped to the ground beside her, worn out, but I don't let myself feel relief again. Not until we're out of here. Isabella seems to be of the same mind as she looks to me. Still, I find myself sharing a shaky laugh with her.
We're okay. We're fine, right? Yeah. Yeah. We're good. Alive.
If I didn't make it, we would have died. But that's alright.
Fuck. We should have taken the goddamn stairs.
Twice. I've seen it. Thrice if I've included a party. Unless I'm tripping balls without realizing it. It's so dumb in my mind that this is actually happening.
I love how it's impossible to say tripping balls without saying it in a really funny way.
Yeah. I don't want to believe it. With the truth staring at me in the face, it'd be stupidity to deny the reality of the matter. As soon as the lift hits the ground floor, we hightail the building. Seb sounds asleep. Seb sounds asleep when we pass by a station. However, in the face of what we've seen, everything I face tonight, we really can't care less who still will see us on our way out. The sooner we get away from this place, the farther the better. I'm just not sure if that also means being safe. She almost got us, dang it.
The fucking thing.
Almost had us. I almost saw my life flash before my eyes.
Shit.
It was only by luck that we managed to get the
Fucking.
elevator unstuck. Had a blasted thing not working the last second. I need some air. Fresh, breathable air that doesn't stink like death and gore all at once.
I like this co-op reading.
Yeah, that's good. I'm panicking. Christ, losing focus. With another person here, I can't afford that right now. Isabella hasn't said anything, but I know she's more shaken than I am. I can't lose it when the other person's depending on me.
Remember your training, Frey. Again, who talks to themselves with their last name?
Another deep breath, and soon I'm starting engines and driving us off. After that little incident, somewhere open would be good. Someplace I won't get trapped. Luxman Park brings a welcome relief, though only by some. The chill that has seeped in my bones is still there, furling and unfurling underneath my skin. If I don't move, if I don't busy myself with anything, soon my brain will go haywire. It's the last thing I want to happen when there are plenty of things to do. But this already answers all of it, doesn't it? Those steps? Just how many copies of the letter are out there? Isabella can't have the only one if other people are also getting cursed. Could it be that the one she has shown us is just one of 5? Maybe even more? That whole passes this to 5 people business is ridiculous, but at this point, is it still? All in all, we found 21 people who might have read the letter. 7 of them deceased. 8 if you count Cooper. And that's only with what we can find right now. We have no idea how the contractors and specialists hired from outside the company are doing, if they are in any way affected. Alright, let me save again. Okay. How many more people are suffering? How many are missing? How many are dead? Can I still even blame the rights for this? If anything, they might be in danger as well. I don't think I can wish a curse upon anyone, no matter how big of a douchebag Luke Wright is. There's also that woman. How do we get out of this mess? How do we get away from her?
Shit.
Thank you. Still so many things you need to look into. And all my body wants to do is pace, burn out whatever excess energy there is in me.
Ashton, I'm getting dizzy. Will you sit down?
It's the first time Isabella has said anything. She's been sitting quietly since we dropped here. Better and less distracting than watching her nervous habits, I suppose. She certainly seems calm now. Too calm, in fact, for someone who's just seen something terrible. But it's been more than a week for her already. Would we get desensitized to things at some point? Even someone like Isabella. Who knows what's going on inside her head, though? Inside mine? There are too many and none of them would sit still.
I'm not going crazy, am I? I saw that. I'm pretty sure you saw that, and I didn't inhale anything weird. Jesus, shit. Shit. Isabella, please tell me that wasn't.
What I'm not expecting when I turn to her is mirth, one that she could barely contain.
You're laughing. You're laughing. Why are you laughing? I mean, like, I wouldn't be desensitized to a ghost constantly trying to murder me every fucking day for a week. But seeing Ash that totally didn't believe me all this time, being this terrified of the ghost, yeah, I'd fucking take a moment to laugh at that, yeah.
I'm not quite sure what she sees in my face, but in the next second, her laugh suddenly bursts out from her.
I'm so sorry. It's just that you should have seen the look on your face back there.
I mean, we almost died too. It's okay.
Yeah, right. Sure. I'm not the one who panicked. You almost ripped my arm off. Yeah, but Isabella, this isn't funny. That woman almost got us. We could have ended up dead. I know. I'm really sorry. But this is just too precious to miss. You really lost your shit for a moment there. You're trying to get back at me, aren't you? Well, I'm not the one who kept calling someone a scaredy cat for years. How does it feel? I'm not scared. Really? Because it doesn't seem that way to me. At all. I'm not, alright? I just don't know what to do right now.
Immediately after, the moment passes, replaced by another tense silence. Laughter dies in her lips as everything sinks in. We're in deep.
Shit!
It's finally caught up and hit us like a ton of bricks. Hit me more than anyone. Because she has been warning us of this since day one, and I'm the first person who brushed it off. Despite that, she still reaches out to me, tugging at my sleeve, almost desperately. Her hands are trembling, and there's a tremor in her voice when she speaks. Without a tear, only fear remains. One that she has been burdened with from the beginning.
We're still going to do something about it, right? Not just stand around and let that thing get us?
Unexpectedly, she leans her forehead against my arm, and her grip on my sleeve tightens. There's desperation in there, a quiet plea.
I don't want to lose anyone anymore.
I wish I could give her that promise, but with so many unknowns, so many things I don't understand about this, how could I? Why she still trusts that I can do something about this baffles me. It all feels wholly undeserved, considering the way I've treated her. Yet, despite my reluctance, I find myself returning a hold in kind. A grasp, warm and light enough for comfort. Not a promise, but the closest thing to it. Oh right, is this a dream? Maybe? A nightmare? Darkness blurs the edges of my vision. Black tendrils twist and coil around my limbs. Soft footfalls echo from the far distance, scurrying, scampering, moving in an odd rhythm with the sharp, piercing notes of her laughter. A scream threatens to burst, but my throat closes off. Ever so slowly, a chill seeps to every nerve of my body, washing away every sensation in me, apart from one. There is only fear. Once again, her laughter echoes, a sound both bitter and unforgiving. It's the last thing I hear before she reaches for me. The ground trembles. The word slows to a stop. Morning breaks in a blurry mess of vivid stripes and colors. Oddly, there's no feeling of terror or confusion gripping me, despite the vague images that have driven me from sleep. Awareness kicks in shortly, though, slow and sluggish, as I blink away the last remnants of unconsciousness from my eyes. The early morning light already streams from the open windows when the memory sets in, and the room finally comes into focus. Isabella's compartment. Pushing myself upright, my eyes wander idly towards her prone form. She's hunched over the coffee table, both her arms under her head while she continues to rest. Then to the chaos of papers and folders left scattered over it before sleep has claimed both of us.
Man, I want a cup of noodles.
I know, so much noodles cup.
Cup noodles are delicious.
Every once in a while, yeah. Just the sodium a little bit, but it's good.
Every once in a while, man, you get like a pack of 24 for just a few dollars. It's wild. Such a good value. I think there were some days where I would just have a cup noodle all the time because they were so good.
There's too much
You
sodium.
get all your you'd have like all your spices and stuff, right? So you get like pepper, and you shake it in there. You get like some of those green spices, and you shake them in there with basil or something or other. You'd sniff all your like spice balls, right? And you'd be like, this smells good. And you put it in there, and man, it was even more delicious.
Yep. I also like the ones where like you can just eat it dry. You know, you just put it with a little bit just the the sauce and stuff together, and you mix it up, crush it, eat it like a snack.
Oh, I've never seen those. I mean, technically, I think you can eat them all dry, because like even if it's just like, you know, the solid thing of them, you could still eat them. It's really crunchy, but
Yeah.
like you could still eat them if you had to in a pinch.
Oh, this is for everyone? Is it a hydrate? Oh, posture check. Oh, thank you. Thank you,
Ha!
Carlos.
I'm
And a stretch.
shrimping. You can never make me posture check.
What? You can't be a shrimp. Thanks for the
This
hydrate.
is my posture. At this point,
so bad
if
for
I
your back.
sit upright, it'll hurt me.
Oh,
but
no,
if I
that-
continue shrimping, I'll never be in pain.
I think you should see a doctor.
This is my form now. I am a doctor.
Oh. We bunkered down here last night. After both our both our nerves
Not
had
actually
calmed
a
down.
doctor.
Mine for the most part. Staying together was an unspoken invitation. And anyway, I'm pretty sure neither of us want to remain alone when there's that woman. Actually, I might have I want some noodles after the stream.
You're gonna make me so jealous. I almost want to like, hold on, I'll be right back and go grab cup noodles if we even have any.
She's still one in the first place? One that we'd normally call a human? Can it still feel guilt? Does it understand pain? Well, thank you so much for the stretch. Hello, Ione.
I'll stretch my jaw by yawning. There we go.
Thank you for the hydrate, Doc, but it's also bad, though.
Oh,
No!
yeah.
The one thing bad, Ione,
you know-
is that Doc has been drinking Sprite instead of water.
You know what makes me hungry for a good old delicious healthy cup of noodles?
No. Don't say it.
That good taste of Sprite.
Oh.
You know, this really brings back nostalgic memories of good delicious food. It makes you want to eat something nice and treat yourself well, which is what you're doing when you're drinking that good old Sprite.
Oh my.
Buy yourself some today.
I want some Indomie with the spicy pork belly. Ooh, it sounds good, sis. So I just got done with some work. I need my focus. Oh, it's okay, no problem. We went through a terrifying ordeal in the elevator.
You missed Misuki and I doing like some intense co-op reading where I would shout a curse word for her if it was in the middle of her reading, and it was seamless. You know, she'd be reading some text, she'd be like blah 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 blah, and I'd yell fuck, and then she'd keep going blah 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 blah.
Is it really found a loophole? Yes. Yes.
Fuck! I'd rather get charged for breaking and entering than mess with whatever that thing was any day.
Not that thinking about this stuff matters when all of our lives are in her hands. She's dangerous. If we don't do anything about her and this curse, we'll definitely be pushing daisies soon. I can't let that happen. I've dallied on this long enough. Left all my friends in harm's way after the warnings they've all given me. Besides, beneath the terror and adrenaline that keeps me running, knowing what lies ahead for Isabella makes it hard not to take action. Paper sitting on the edge of the table caught my attention at this light against my hand when I reached for it. It has caught my eye the night before, but with the lot we still need to go through, I've simply ignored it. The logo, emblazoned at the top of the page, however, buys this paper a whole new meaning. Not for me, but definitely for her.
Neat.
The lab
A
actually has
scholarship
Wi-Fi.
grant, huh?
But it's awful. Oh no, I'm sorry. There's Wi-Fi, but it's like you can, yeah. I've only ever heard her talk about this once or twice, completing her degree, that is. She really goes about it in great detail, preferring to keep it to herself. Perhaps it's the fact that she thinks she's already too old to be chasing after it.
You're never too old.
Yeah, you're never too old for school. You don't want to go most of the time, but, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
It has been 5 years after all, but I've caught enough snippets of conversation between her and Zach to know she has never given up on it.
You know what's rad? So, like, you know how... Well, do you ever sometimes have dreams where you're, like, back at school? Or
Yes,
something?
yeah.
You know what's rad is when you realize it's a dream and you don't have to do any of this shit, and you're just kicking back, and you're just for the rest of the dream, you're just running around the school doing whatever the fuck you want, because it's like, oh, this is a dream. I actually don't really go here. They can't put any consequences on me. I don't have to give a shit what any of the stuff here. So you just run around and do whatever shenanigans you want.
Actually, have you had those dreams? I mean, well, the school dreams, but like it's like you, but like it's in your like whatever age you were when you were
Yeah.
at. I think I've had the ones where it's like elementary school and like I'm a kid again, but I have like adult mindset. I'm like, wait a moment, why am I repeating this again?
I haven't had ones where I was in elementary, middle school since I was in high school. But even now, I do still have dreams where I'm like in high school or where it's ostensibly taking place in college, even though the uh even dreams where it's like supposedly I'm at college, the layout will
Mhm.
look much like the high school and have high
Yeah.
school people at it still. Um and yeah, sometimes it'll take me a while to realize it, and like it'll just be like through this weird inkling where like I've got some project assigned or whatever, and I'll be thinking like, I feel like something's off here. Like I feel like I shouldn't have to do this, or I'll like have some knowledge that I have as an adult and be like, why do I know that? This is so weird.
Yeah, kind of
And I'm a
weird.
teenager. How would I know that for so certain?
Wait, was that 70 years ago, Doc? Lashes have no consequences. Oh, it's okay, Ione. I didn't even notice it.
Damn,
Oh.
I just got wrecked.
It's for how things have panned. Oh, is
Misuki,
it?
I'm taking you down with me.
Hey,
We're
wait.
the same age.
Wait, 70 years ago? I mean, I don't think I'm that old.
You know what? Me and my younger brother, we like to because our dad has white hair, we like to tease him that he's like so old that he's seen
Oh.
like really like historical times. So sometimes we'll ask him, what was it like meeting George Washington?
That's terrible.
Or, like, what was it like during like the French Renaissance, or what was it like hanging out with like Fred Flintstone?
Oh my.
What was it like having to hunt dinosaurs for food?
That's kind of funny. I just imagine he's probably just like, haha, very funny.
Yeah. We like to mess with them like that.
My dad's so old he's bald, right? Wait, hold on. Some people could like they can lose hair like early. I think there's like some people I've seen that are like maybe like in their 40s, but they start to lose hair already.
Thank goodness my family has no history of baldness, so I'm gonna keep my hair.
Luckily, like our dad.
Has to be able to wrestle a monkey for food.
Oh,
That's awesome.
that's terrible.
That's hilarious.
Aw.
Yeah, Ione and I do the same thing.
That's not how things have panned out for father. She's one step closer to this part of her life. Today this made a sound. Coming from a friend, I'd like to give her the chance to have this. What does this mean stepping out of my comfort zone and figuring what to deal with this curse is? I'll do so. If you want me to see that same smile on her from that time again. I do love my dad, but it's okay. It's okay to tease sometimes.
The fact that we're so like comfortable to tease our dads like this, like absolutely shows that you know, we love our dads.
Yeah. These days, the only moments she seems to show it is when she's asleep. Like right now, no matter how uncomfortable she appears. I smile at my own forms, despite this, when I glance at her sleeping form again. She hasn't moved since, her shoulders rising and falling in a slow, even rhythm with her breathing. You won't think she has any problems this way.
If only that were true.
Sighing, I place the papers back where I've gotten it carefully so I won't accidentally wrinkle or damage it in some way. I finally push myself off my makeshift bed. Isabella shifts when I carry her off from the floor and over to her bed, but doesn't wake. Simply tucks herself comfortably under the covers I pull over her. I hope that, you know, you also move like the plushies and the shirt stuff out of the bed too. Briefly though, she mumbles something to herself and draws in another deep breath.
Becca, Ashton's being dumb again.
Hey!
That's awesome.
She just back to a deeper state of sleep after, like it hasn't been interrupted by the slightest movements earlier, but the small smile on her lips remain. One I find myself returning in kind.
Who sleeps like a rock now?
It's better this way. Better leave her to her dreams for the moment, which I hope are better than the ones I've had. She'll have time to worry about her problems later when she wakes up. For now, this would be another thing I don't want to take away from her. A moment of respite. Respite? 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 Respite?
Respite.
No matter how
Respite.
fleeting. She deserves it. After everything she's been through, what I've put her through. In the meantime, I still have 2 other people I need to check with. Isabella will definitely get in a tizzy if I don't check on them. Wait.
Oni. How do I pronounce Yugen? I pronounce Yugen Yugen. I think that's how you pronounce it, maybe. It's either Yugen or Eugene.
I thought it was like Eugene too, but no, actually it's not. I only like it showed me. Oh, well, I think I think it's pronounced like Eugen.
Wigan?
Like
Wigan? What the fuck?
not Wigan, not Wigan.
Oh.
Is it
How's
like
it
is
pronounced
it
again? Say
is
again?
it hold on. How do you say it?
I
Almost
thought it
like
was Yugen.
no, I think it's like Ogen? O
Ogen?
O What was it
Ogen?
again?
What the fuck?
Oi, oi.
Oigen? What the fuck? Oigen?
Also, thank you for the hydrate, Ione.
That's
Yeah.
blowing my mind. I'm gonna be. You have no idea how many more times tonight I'm gonna be thinking to myself, Eugen, what the fuck?
I know.
So
I was
it's
like,
Prince Eugen, huh? What the fuck?
cool Luxembourg Air meets you upon stepping out of the hallway. German is
Anytime I
funny,
see that ship
yes.
girl now, I'm gonna say, Prince Eugen, what the fuck? No way.
German is very hard to pronounce. A lot of the words. Not unusual in
I feel
itself.
like it's normally easy to predict, but that one's fucking thrown me for a loop.
This is what Luxembourg's weather is supposed to be. Bit cold.
Wait,
Hmm?
she's been saying it. She's been saying that this whole time, in game or in anime. Ioni's completely derailed me with like this mind blowing revelation about how you pronounce a ship girl's name in game, and I've never noticed that. What the fuck? I mean, I guess that might be because I guess I like the voiceover is Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what the hell that means, so I always like just hear in my head them saying it in English. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to derail
That's
you.
okay.
This fucking exploded my mind.
Whoa. It's okay. A bit cold, damp for the most part, and more often than not, terribly drab with an occasional sprinkling of rain every few hours. The sky's still clear, but I'll give it a day or two before the weather takes a turn for the worse.
It sounded like Yugen. I always thought it was Yugen.
I've complained about the awful rains for years, despite having lived here my entire life. I have to admit, though, seeing it return to the usual feels extremely reassuring. At least something's still normal in the world, when I no longer think the same for a situation we're in.
Oh, okay. So I guess she still said "ara." Well, actually, sometimes I might have actually just read it as "oh my maybe," but that would be. It's difficult to like fully like I can train myself to replace words like when I'm reading them to immediately replace them with a different word if it like befits my reading. Like you know how when you're reading a visual novel
Mm-hmm.
and it's like ostensibly from the point of view of a character, but the writing, uh, or it's like, yeah, the writing's like it's third person, but you're also like constantly following this one singular character, and it might as well be first person. And so what I'll do is every time they use a pronoun to refer to what is clearly like, if not what could be considered the player character, then the character you're just constantly following,
Mm-hmm.
I'll like do something in my head where I automatically replace any pronoun referring to that character with a first person pronoun, so it's more immersive for me, because
Hmm.
that makes it the story more real, immersive. You know what I mean?
Kind of like relatable, kind of. Well, not like you. Well,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of, yeah.
Human Echo is like the prime example I'm thinking of for that, where I did that in Human
Hmm.
Echo. I actually did that heavily in Human Echo because of that. Yeah,
Kind of
Human Echo
relatable.
was specifically the one I was fucking thinking of too.
Hmm.
So sometimes I'd hear ara ara, and uh, sometimes I would maybe hear oh my.
Hmm. That sounds interesting. I felt the cross pierce my chest, the agonizing pain alone running through my entire body. Oh, that sounds quite that's quite
Relatable.
relatable. Ah, funny. A nightmare. That's probably all this is.
Look, you what you do is you imagine
I
your
mean,
pain. You ah,
kinda, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I want to really imagine it.
you got to do it, Mitsuki. It's for the story.
No.
You got to do it. If you're not
Okay,
imagining yourself being in searing pain, you're
hold
not
on.
appreciating the
The
author's
one
work.
time when I do kind of feel like I imagine it is like the ones where they're doing something like chopping off like some kind of limb or something. That's
Yeah, and then you get the giblies, right? Like
oh,
you just,
you got a Super Saiyan scream.
man, anytime, and I've never played a game that I can recall where like in the game something happens to any character's like eyes, but like I've seen videos talking about games where that shit happens. I can't fucking look.
Okay,
Actually, okay, hold on. No,
okay,
World of Horror, something happens to somebody's eye. I look, and it's only because of the art style of that one that I get over it. But I think the first once or twice that I happen to see that particular mystery where something happens, I close my eyes to that as well. I just I fucking can't, dude. I can't do eyes. No.
I know. Okay, so the one thing that scarred me was playing Dead Space 2, and there's a portion of the game
Yeah, yeah. I was
where
thinking of
you
that.
put the
That's
needle,
yeah.
right? And when I had to do that, I was like, I hated it so bad. Like my heart was like pounding so. I was so
If
like nervous, and I got him killed. But the second time I was okay. But I was just like, I hate this. I hate this so bad.
if I could do that part with my eyes closed, I would. And if I could not do it with my eyes closed, I would have stopped playing the game there.
Oh,
That would have been game ender for me there. I'd be like, well, the main character died. Sucks. That's end of the game, end of the story. Oh well.
oh my gosh! There's an ending in one of the games where the MC's just screaming in pain when he's getting every limb broken, and then there's a scene where they remove a character's eye. No, thank you.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
if I was in a Saw movie
Uh,
and Jigsaw was like, "If you want to get out of this alive, you're going to have to remove your eye," I'd be like, "No, I give up. Just kill me.
just give me
Just kill
now.
me. I'm not doing that. You can kill me. Then I give up. You win." Well, I mean, I was really hoping you'd. No, no, not
No.
interested. Nope,
Uh,
you
uh,
lost me. I'd
so
rather die.
you don't want to lose an eye? Yeah, I'm not willing to lose one. Just lose the whole body.
Honestly, I'd tell him that if he
Oh,
wanted me to cut off any part of my body, I'd be like, no, I'd rather die. Just kill me.
oh my.
I'm not doing that.
Now he's
He's
kind of
gonna
gotta
give
give us.
himself a surgery with a pen, but not
No.
lose an eye.
That just sounds so painful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. Usually I'll say I've been through worse, but it's simply another lie I've told myself, isn't it? I've fed myself a great deal of lies through the years, just so I won't have to think about it the next day. Maybe we won't even have this problem if I haven't been running away and ignoring things, hiding them someplace no one will see, because I've since believed doing so is a show of weakness.
The fuck do I know about ghosts, though?
What does Zach? What does Rebecca? Zeman has shown me photographs, mentioned weird things happening around him these past few days. Bottom line, he likely knows as much about this as I do. Why else would he approach me? The guy who knows stuff, according to him. In the end, all I've done is give him the brush off. Some reliable guy I am. What? Wait, hold on, don't you know... What the...
If somebody said that to me, I'd be impressed. I'd almost want them to like prove it. Like, man,
I don't know.
If somebody fucking did that to me, I'd be like, you know what? This is like horrifying, and I'm in excruciating pain. But goddamn, that's fucking impressive. Like,
You're
are
like,
you gonna
I'm-
drink from this now? Are you like about to drink my blood? Is that what's gonna happen? I'd rather you not. That'd be like really weird. But like, I guess at the same time, that would probably mean you're a vampire, and that'd be kind of cool. Like, it'd be
Wait,
kinda
while you're
cool to
like
know I met
dying?
a vampire.
You're like, that was pretty impressive, man.
Like, damn, you got some skills.
Oh my gosh. That's the first I've heard of it.
Chad, get yourself a girlfriend that can drink you like a Capri Sun.
Oh my gosh. Vampire Capri Suns. This is a stash. You think it's Capri Sun, but it's actually full of like blood. It's like, oh, how did you get that? Yeah. Just stabbing people with it.
I swear I've seen some show where like there'll be a vampire that like wants to be all ethical and stuff and doesn't want to hurt people. So like they'll get like those medical blood bags and they'll stick a straw in them.
Oh
and
yeah,
drink
yeah.
from them.
We just landed on it. That's okay.
Ione's brain is awesome.
Heck, Rebecca's probably in the same boat, grasping for anything that might provide an answer, a way out of this. What can any of us do when all of us lack any understanding of what's happening? One thing's clear about this, however, that thing is after us, because of the letter. Both Rebecca and Zach have seen it, too. She would go after them as well. She's gone after them already. Yeah, here I am, walking up Becca's door, one slow step at a time. It's only tactic to allow myself some time to put the mess in my head in a better order. Roll credits. How to phrase this when there's a 90% chance he's so pissed about a whole different matter. It's the only reason we didn't check on her last night, aside from the ungodly hour Isabella and I arrived. We'll only alarm her by showing up at her home in the middle of the night, acting like babbling lunatics, and her anger can last quite a while.
Yeah, what do you mean?
This is probably you're just thinking about the Capri Sun thing.
Yeah, and now I'm thinking about Prince Eugen again.
Oh
What the
my-
fuck? And also I'm thinking about how hungry I am. Those stupid cup noodles. Oh, I might have dropped something.
Oh. These days, it seems the only one she can easily forgive is Isabella, but even with her, Becca's streaming still takes hours.
I might have a Chef Boyardee after this.
Oh man, I don't think we have any. That sounds good too. I'm having
Chef
a self with
Boyardee is
Sal?
the best chef.
Ooh, excuse me. That sounds good too. Salad with chicken.
I like Caesar salad with lots of croutons and the ranch dressing. That's good. Did you know that Caesar's name is really pronounced Kaisar?
I think I heard that before, right?
And everybody
Yeah.
just says it wrong and dumb.
But you just said that.
Well, that's because every time if I say Kaisar salad,
Listen, that's not right.
like 99.999% of people are going to look at me like I'm some kind of crazy lunatic. And if I explain to them, well, you know, everybody is getting Kaiser's name pronounced incorrectly because most people like don't know Latin pronunciations, and they'll still look at me like I'm an insane fucking lunatic. I didn't say Eugen as Eugene. I said like Eugen, like I know there's people named Eugene, so I thought, maybe, the first part is like you still. Yes, I'll get a Kaiser.
You're like, excuse me, what was that? Then you decide, you just like,
Kaiser.
Caesar salad.
The correct way to pronounce it.
I rub my hand through my hair and straighten out my jacket before knocking, once, twice, and 3 times just to be sure she has heard me, even if she is asleep. Oh, almost sounded realistic for a second. She's usually awake by now, though.
Hey, Becca, it's Ash. Open up. Don't tell me you're still in bed.
Seconds tick by. No answer from her, and dread has started to creep up. I've been trained to handle dire situations, but the feeling has been doing that quite frequently since last night. My mind begins to anticipate the worst. In the next minute, concern is mixed in with my thoughts, and I bang my fist in the door, louder this time. Should definitely be livid, but I'd rather face a raft than a dead body.
Becca, it's Ash. There's something we need to talk about right away. Open up. I know your
Who's it?
girlfriend left early this morning, pretty boy. So if you could do us a bloody favor and shut up, that'd be real fucking polite.
My hand pauses, short of landing another heavy knock. From another unit, Rebecca's other neighbor peeks in through his door, though I see nothing but a bundle of blankets. I'll say they need help from being devoured by their sheets, but it sounds like he's just fine. He was a huge a-hole too.
Asshole.
Course of action, so people like him won't ruin your day. Act like the nicest person on the planet. Has done me wonders when I was a rookie patrolling the streets. No need to match his temper.
That is actually good advice.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking funny because sometimes it'll piss them off more, and then you start to actually enjoy like what you're doing, like being the nicest person, because like it's kind of getting a little bit of revenge, but also if you're acting like the nicest person, they don't got shit on you.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if they
true.
were to point to somebody else and be like, who's the asshole here, they're going to point to them. Like if you are being like perfectly above board, just like completely nice and everything, nobody can like pin a damn thing on you. They'll be like, no, they're definitely not the antagonist here. They're the other person is clearly in the wrong because they're the only one that I can see that's like seems to be being an asshole.
That's true. Just if you curse while reading, it's not you who's cursing.
Exactly. It's just a quote, Misuki. You're
Yeah,
just
but
quoting.
I can't do it.
Oh, did she say where she was going? I don't know. She said something about meeting someone or something. In case Filipina girl over there asks. What am I, her keeper? Some people want to sleep in on a bloody Sunday, so keep it down. I was looking forward to this weekend. Thanks, you damn git. Well, there's no need to be an ass about it. I'll get out of your...
He slams his door shut without warning, but not before muttering a string of very colorful words about me. Probably thinks I won't hear him inside the four walls of his apartment.
Jerk.
And at the end of it, a sigh. So, Rebecca's not here. I must have missed her by an hour or so, but at least she's not alone. She should be safe, in theory. More so, if the person she's meeting with is who I'm thinking. Nevertheless, I still can't help but worry. It's an easy thing, continuing down increasingly darker lines of thought. To act rashly, to find out where she's and go straight there, without deliberating on my actions first. There's Zach, to boot. Rebecca's not alone, but I can't say the same for the big guy. A simple phone call to the both of them should do the trick. It'll ease my nerves at any rate. It's better than rushing over to Zach's place or assuming Rebecca's whereabouts and finding out they're not where I guess they should be. Assuming the worst will come next, which I'd rather avoid this early. Any other reason, I won't bother them, but emergency begs for urgency. This is one, right? Even if it isn't. Anxiety from concern dulls judgment. Something I most certainly can't afford to lose at any given time, especially right now. Any means to calm it will do wonders for the muddled mess my mind is already in. Pulling up my phone, I thumb the screen until it ends up on a group of only Zach's, Rebecca's, and Isabella's numbers listed. Why Abigail's look like that one? That's kind of creepy.
What
That's kind of creepy.
the
What the heck?
hell? I think it's supposed to be look like a default profile
Yeah,
icon.
it's just creepy. Oh, okay. I thought it was like smiling, but it's actually sticking the tongue out. Other people will probably say I keep too few friends when they chance on this. To some extent, it's true. I can easily name about 100 people I've been acquainted with through the years. Colleagues, blackmates from uni, neighbors, those sort of people. They all come and go. But these three? These three have chosen to stay for some reason, without warning or asking for anything. Unlike the others, none has Zach's kindness, Rebecca's patience, nor the... What?
Sincerity.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't say that word. Isabella's eyes, thank you, Zach. One day these guys are just there, the next thing I know, being with them eases it. Just look like Tobino's Curse's picture? What's
The
that?
hell was that?
What is that? Do I want to know what that is?
What Masuki meant to say is, "What the fucking hell is that?" It's okay, Masuki. I got you.
Thank you, Doc. That heavy summer feeling lingering in the air when you stand alone in your apartment, or something as simple as spending your day off without anyone. I'll say it's loneliness, but this carries much more depth than that. If I can help it, I don't want to lose any of them to some stupid curse. It's a
One of them
creepypasta.
creepy pastas you kids
Oh,
these days read. What, like that? But who was phone creepy pasta?
that was a good one though.
Man, but who was phone makes me laugh every single fucking time.
A full comedy would be the less comforting at the moment. Honestly, I prefer being in the same room with them right now, but I take what I can get. Becca first. She get angry at me for worrying about her. She isn't some helpless damsel in distress after all. She isn't the shy little girl I knew when we were children. We're very far from the people we were back then, but it's more than enough to check in on her. But who was phone?
I love how we've all read it at some point in our lives.
It's a classic one.
Yeah.
I don't have to imagine her taking anything head on. She'll do it, instead of asking for help when she needs it. I don't care if she gets mad at me, if only she knows that she's fine. A ring. In the silence of the hallway, it sounds alone. Might as well be sharp enough to pierce through my ears. Another second passes. 2, 3. Well, when on the ninth ring, it goes straight to her voicemail. A cold feeling instantly lodges in my stomach. Rebecca's gal's here. You've reached my voicemail. Sorry if I can't get to you right now. Oh, and if this is Isabella, yes, you're free to reheat the food in my fridge. Otherwise, leave a message. Probably just busy, that's all. Like, I still barely manage to keep my voice even when I speak. Sent you a link to a Reddit post of the painting? I can't find the scary Italian confection. Huh.
Oh, it's my turn to read. I was
Oh, it's okay. Were you looking at it?
I too received. Well, I was going to look at the link Ione sent me, but then I was distracted by previous DMs Ione had sent me with
Oh.
pictures that were distracting. Right.
I see.
Anyway, yeah.
Sounds sus.
No, they're perfectly reasonable.
Are they
They're
say
wearing
so?
clothes. They're wearing clothes. Mostly. Anyway.
You never answered either.
Hey, 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 Becca, call me back when you're free. We need to talk ASAP.
Also, thank you so much for the raid, Lock. How was your
Howdy.
stream? Welcome, Raiders.
What a great change of topic.
Thank you for the
Thanks
heads
for coming by.
You didn't hear anything, but yeah, how was your stream? What were you playing?
No, I wasn't looking at source images.
Are you sure about that?
Sweats nervously.
Hello, Stout. Oh, what the? That's how you do it, try to distract me, but thank you for the gift of that.
Distract you? No, this is just my thing. I'm not doing this. Oh look, I'm giving 3 months to Guard Dog Lock. Wow, that's amazing. You should think all about
oh
that
my
one.
gosh, thank you, Doc. Was playing Monster Hunter World. Oh, cool. Sounds
Monster Hunter
fun.
World. That's really interesting. You should tell us all about it, and we
Either
can
is
talk about
that
it for
what you're
3 minutes so
saying?
Misuki can forget what we were talking about previously.
Thank you for the hydrate, Doc. Lock. But it's a bad thing though
Oh,
because
oh,
now he's gonna.
oh, oh! You know what?
It's too
I
late.
love getting refreshed by my favorite drink, good
Oh my.
old-fashioned Sprite. You know, when I'm having a hard day at work and I reach for that Sprite, everything just feels a little bit better. You know, it always brightens my day. That's why I always make sure to buy the 6-pack plastic bottles at my local
Oh my.
grocery store selling Sprite near you now for a good, reasonable price.
He's not
You know, I
sponsored, by the
never
way.
reach for that competitor, crap drink called water. You know, water is basically free, and you get what you pay for with water. You get free crap. But with Sprite, that's premium grade
Oh
shit.
my.
I buy that all the time, and I recommend it to you, my friends. You
Oh
should
my.
go out to your grocery store and buy you some Sprite today.
What were you talking about previously? I even can explain. Tell this person that ginger ale is superior to Sprite.
Spits out my drink. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Only soda worth drinking is sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla. Yes, I know it's
I've never heard
not
of that.
pronounced how you think it is.
Sarsa.
I would like to
Oh.
try it. And I blame Fallout New Vegas for making one to try it so much. There's always
Oh.
Sunset Sarsaparilla hanging around, and I'm like, damn, I want to try what sarsaparilla tastes like.
You could why me? Cause
Subpar! Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
I
no.
was just being offended.
Oh, it's okay. No, I mean like, well, I always like, what? Why me? It's because you were the ones that sent whatever kind of pictures to Doc in the first place. I don't like so. Oh, it's worse than water. Tea. Hey, tea's good too. Wait a
Glare
second.
suspiciously at guard dog lock. I don't know if I can trust a person that says soda's worse than water. Keeps eyes on guard dog lock.
They're just anime drawings. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just anime. Anime drawings are never sus.
Hmm. You said they were
They're just-
clothed.
they have an amount of clothes on their bodies.
One two is good. That is true.
They're ship girls, Masuki. It's historical.
I don't think
we're learning
ships
about
were.
history.
Wait, I mean, I don't think the ships were like, you know, they're ships.
Listen. Have you seen pictures of airplanes with like beautiful ladies drawn on them?
Yes, I've seen them.
That's historically accurate. Old, the sailors and the pilots back then, they painted waifus on their actual planes and probably also the ships. And we're just enjoying the Azure Lane.
Oh.
You guessed correctly.
They're indeed
They are
dressed,
indeed
okay.
technically what could be called dressed.
Technically, you say.
Yeah.
You hearing this, sis? You hearing this? Okay, Becca will be alright. It's alright. She's safe. She's with someone else. In the event that woman shows up, she'll have someone with her. Someone should be able to ask for help. She's safe. She can handle herself. Becca might have a fiery temper, but she knows when she's faced with something she can't handle herself. Wait, don't let me in it. Degenerate.
Well, Ione, the thing is you can't post pictures to the Twitch chat, therefore you can't defend yourself, therefore I can lump you however much it pleases me. Card Dog says clothes are definitely suggested to exist in Azure Light. That's
Suggested.
that's pretty fucking accurate.
Oh
if you've
my
seen
god.
some of the skits, if you've seen what St. Louis has for one of her skins, that's extremely accurate. This fucker.
Oh.
I got you.
Alright, well, Becca received a misconstruct, call me back. I don't express it enough. Rebecca's someone I consider important to me. Oh,
that's cute.
it's them when they're young. She's been my friend for the longest. Anybody else would have been fed up with me and left. You're stuck by me no matter what, how big of a jerk I've been. There's Zach and Isabella now too, of course. I must be thankful for having them around. The worst times up before, however, Becca was there. No one believes it when I say it, but I've surely had my off moments as a bratty kid and as a horrible teen.
Guard Dog Lock is besmirching me. Mizuki, do something about them.
I can't help you
Mean
there.
to me.
Issues.
There's no justice in this world.
Too many of them to count. Refuse to do it for a time. At least that's what Andrew likes to tell me. I didn't think nothing of it. It's mellowed down over the years, thanks to the professor.
Only's bullying me too. Tell them to stop.
I'm just here quietly sipping my water.
Yeah, they're bullying me.
This is a sipping tea. Ooh, tea.
I can't believe
the superior
this
beverage.
system.
Yes, I agree with you.
Supposed to be responsible and deal with the riffraff in her chat, and she's just overlooking them, menacing me.
Hey, I've been bullied a little bit too. You know, it's a staple.
On
chat, I mean,
that's ridiculous.
Hey, what's about all the talk about the feet? All right,
that's just facts. You know, like we can't.
That's a fact. Wait, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, that's right. Ione did call me short yesterday. I forgot about that.
Misuki, did you offer Ione death threats for calling you short?
I was like, wait, hold on. No, I didn't do the death threats still.
Anytime I've ever had like a significantly shorter than me and I would like let slip a short joke, every single one of them is like they would offer the most insanely creative death threat possible.
Oh wow.
Like, you know what I meant to say was one of them's in one of my favorite threats I ever was given was the threat that they would invert my rib cage.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know what that meant, but I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Tea water, the superior drinks, blah blah. I agree with that. Also, yes, that is what Ione said. You is short in that word. You're short too. Hey, I'm like not super short, okay? I think I'm like kind of like average, right? Or a little bit below average height, but not short.
Misuki, you might be average height, but you're shorter than us,
Mm.
and therefore we can say short jokes. And
Hey,
it's funny.
that's kind of mean. Below 5. Hold on. No, wait a second. That's the... Hold on a second. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, Ione. Yeah, guard dog lock. No bully zone.
My goodness. Right. And by the times I do wonder if it still burns me the way it did all those years ago. After all, it was terrible. Especially around the time of my parents' separation. Looking back at it now, I had no reason to direct out my frustrations toward everyone else. Well, I wasn't a kid who lashed out at anyone, preferring to keep it to myself, and turning those negative feelings into more productive things. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Ione was just spitting facts.
Shorty. Oh, what? I never said shorty. Oh my goodness. I've grown distant from a lot of people because of it. From my old friends back in my old school, the neighbors I've hung out with before moving. A habit I've likely brought with me into adulthood. I was just so angry with everyone and everything. All I kept thinking about was myself, wondering why me? In retrospect, I was a selfish little... me who thought, thank you, who thought the world revolved around me.
I
What
thought you
the?
paused for a different reason. I didn't realize you
Oh,
were
no.
considering bastard a cuss word.
I don't know, I think I have said it though. I might have said it before. Only bite them ankles, and then she walks into tall grass and becomes a safari zone encounter. Excuse me. Excuse me, Ione. Doc, why did you pin it?
It was funny. I pinned the funny stuff.
Stick around, but I gotta sleep. Had an extra long day working my day off. Oof.
Good
Yeah,
night, Guard
yeah.
Dog.
Have a good
I'm
night.
sorry to hear that. Even if you're a filthy
Oh my.
water over soda lover.
Thank you so much for the raid. Again, Locke. Appreciate it. We're
Even
just joking.
If you have heathen opinions.
But have a good night.
I hope you have a good night, sleep well, and sweet dreams.
Alright, I shouldn't have been going through it. I believe my behavior was entitled that I had to write. Tough times, but she stuck with me. Snapped me out of my little sulk, as she often phrases it, whenever she uses a chance to bring it up. Yeah, take care. Wait, I too am a wild Pokemon content when you step in tall grass. I see. No. I imagine you're the not the wild Pokemon, Ione. You're the trainer where you're like really far away, and you just kind of happen to walk just in front of them, just a little bit. Boom, eye contact. It's a battle now.
Thank you for hanging around, Stoat Tuber.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
I like the premise of a Stoat Tuber because Stoats are really tiny and really cute.
Oh yeah. They're really cute. Like it's yeah. But yeah, take care. Thank you for indulging in our interesting banter.
Thank you for distracting from whatever that topic was before that we don't remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember anymore.
Good.
And ferocious, yes. So it's ferocious as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I have. Oh, Mystic, you should look up animal videos of like stoats and ferrets and stuff because
I have actually.
They're smaller than your hand,
They're
but
very
like
cute.
they'll get to playing and they'll play wrestle with you and they'll look like they're trying to be all like ferocious when they play wrestle with your hand and it's so cute.
I've seen it. Yeah. Wait, Doc was looking at moves on stream.
No, I wasn't.
Thank you for the strats.
Ione doesn't know what Ione's talking about.
Are you sure? Thus. Yes.
Booba, what booba? You can't prove it.
I only calling you out. She didn't tolerate
Do this to me.
my BS, but she didn't leave me alone either.
My bullshit.
The whole thing made her stick around. But I'm sword loyalty.
What does sword loyalty?
What is that? Yeah. So sword loyalty.
Oh.
Sword loyalty.
Who have you sworn loyalty to that you must out me?
Her concern may have grown a bit overbearing as years went by, but she's still an old friend nevertheless. I owe her a lot. That won't change.
To chaos, you know what? Respect. Yeah, I too love chaos.
I imagine like the word chaos that's just Doc, and then like Ione a little bit combined.
Yeah, just in the dictionary is a picture of the two of
Yeah.
us. It's a picture of the two of us both shouting chaos.
Yep.
Damn it. Where are you, Becca?
Another message left on her voicemail. Then on my third call, I hang up. For the time being, I can't do anything more than to wait for her to return my calls. Worrying aimlessly won't get me anywhere. Zach, on the other hand? That guy attracts trouble no matter how much he tries to avoid it. Doesn't help how he hasn't been too hot lately with a lot of people. His mentions of plans yesterday doesn't sit too well with me either. He might be the next responsible adult after Rebecca, out of the four of us, but I've still got to check on the big guy.
Hold on, I gotta ask, who the hell is gonna have a problem with Zach? What the fuck?
I know, Zach is like the coolest, kindest person.
He's the coolest, nicest dude ever. Like, what kind of absolute menace to society doesn't like Zach? Like, yeah. I think that's that's the test of whether or not somebody is just straight up like villain character in real life, is if they don't like the person that is the chillest, coolest person on the planet. Like, they're like, something's gotta be off. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be suspicious of that person.
That's certainly not mine. Wait, there are two people in this world, those who like Zack and Malfoy.
Malfoy.
He hasn't
True.
made an appearance, I don't think. Not yet, but oh, it'll be soon. I don't know. I'm gonna
He's
guess.
been depriving us of the Potter jokes, that bastard.
Make sure he's doing okay at the very least, whatever he has planned on doing. All I'm asking is for it not to be idiotic. He's a sensible guy, I'm sure. However, desperation clings and pushes people to do things, rational or irrational. It doesn't matter. I've been deprived. Clear thinking flies out the window the moment you're in danger. I sincerely hope he has not found himself in a tricky situation. His phone doesn't even ring before he answers, or his voicemail, at least. Hey, it's Zach. Well, my voicemail anyway. I'll get back as soon as I can, so just leave a message, yeah? And no, Ash, you're not allowed to lockpick your way into my apartment again. Just do what any other decent human being does and call if I'm not around. Thanks.
That's awesome.
I have to use Capri Sun straw. Oh no. Did he turn it off? Why? I don't want to assume the worst yet. Maybe he has forgotten to charge it? Can't be. The guy can be a bit of a Boy Scout, even more than I am as a cop. He's the type who has an extra battery or a power bank in his bag if he ever needs it. And he always does. He won't say anything or brag about it, but he's got I think it's quite
They definitely
yeah,
talked
he's
about
got
this.
yeah,
They meant
quite
he's
a
got quite
yeah, roster of VIP freelance clients. He won't just leave his phone dead in case he's on the field, particularly if people likely be looking for him. He always leaves his connection open whenever clients or his friends need him. Zach is reliable like that.
Why isn't anyone answering?
His mobile in and out of range area sounds more plausible, although the thought of it doesn't completely shake off the unease. Unlike Rebecca and I, he took the time to listen to what Isabella said. And even if he didn't believe it, he was definitely the first one to offer help or try to do something. If he ends up if he ends up trouble
Yeah,
doing
they missed
whatever,
the word
yeah,
there. Yeah.
doing whatever it is to help me, I'm going to. I can't be rash. I'm aware of that. Been running the same reminder in my head since last night. If something happens, I'm certain my reactions won't be pretty.
He's gonna lose his mind. He's gonna start punching at that ghost.
Yeah.
Next time he
Bam, bam,
sees her,
bam.
he's not gonna run. He dare you, Zach.
He's gonna
And he's
just
gonna fucking chase after the ghost and start taking swings, and she's gonna be
yeah.
like, "Wait, what the fuck? Everybody's always run from me at this point.
Is that
What
why
the
you
fuck?
like
This guy's
actually like
running to me? Oh, this is freaky. This is
I
weird.
gotta get
This
away
is
from him?
yeah, this isn't the natural order of things. People should be running from me, not to me. That's fucking weird. I'm out of here. Nope.
It just like fades away. Bye, deuces. The added guilt from those times I repeatedly dismissed them will surely haunt me. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of the game. Well, not the game. Hold on. Okay. Wait. The screen. Alright.
Yo, Zach, call me back, all right? I wanted to check in and, yeah, just please call me back.
It's usually a joke between us when I say he's the Watson to my Sherlock. I don't see him as some assistant to put aside until he's needed, like some people like to believe, though. He's not some pity friend I keep around to make myself look good. This email's
When
taking
I'm
so long to
having
send.
difficulty writing an email, I just take a good drink of my Sprite. And it's so refreshing that it helps keep my mind on track, and I get that email finished in no time.
Oh my goodness.
You should try it too. Buy a Sprite today.
This whole stream is full of like Sprite advertisements. Awesome, Missy, what's up? Your hydrate is out of stock. Oh no, my hydrate's out of stock.
It's out of stock. What does that mean?
What is that? Is it gone? Is there a limit? I don't think I put a limit. Did I?
Just when I was thinking about a Sprite, somebody
Oh.
enabled me to take a nice drink of it.
Thank you for the stretch. I own.
Delicious.
Next time, Doc, you had to have water.
No!
Not the Sprite.
Why can't it be Sprite again? I like this bit. Why must it be pain? What have I done to deserve this?
Oh, is actually my hydrate thing gone? How do I fix it again?
How did it disappear? That's so weird.
Hold on, let me see. I can't remember. It should be there, right? I might have to... Oh, here. I think it's because of this. Alright, let me do this. I had to clear all of them. Complete it. I think it should open up
That
again.
shouldn't cause that.
Okay. That's weird.
If anything, he's the one who stayed by me out of pity.
Zach's the one who puts up with me most of the time, even when he doesn't need to. It's not a case of a cool cop who helped out a minority. In truth, I was a hard-headed, hot-tempered, and reckless rookie up until I met him. Fix it after stream, but every time I water Doc, assume I'm watering you too. Thank you.
And every time you get watered, consider instead of tasting
No.
that disgusting pay what you get for free trash water, having a nice refreshing Sprite. Ah, delicious.
My goodness. If his ending son, some part of me is still that rookie, but I've grown, thanks to him. He tempers that part of me. Wait, you know what? It would be really funny. Really
I
funny.
doubt what Ione is going to say next is going to be really funny. I bet it's going to be not funny for me.
Considering how our first impressions went, I'm lucky he stuck around. Mac and I may have spent a lot of years together as children, but Zach, he's... Wait. To make Doc drink his entire stock of Sprite tonight.
I had 2 bottles at my desk, and
Oh
I'm
my
almost done
goodness.
with. I finished one, and
That's
I'm
so
almost done with
much.
the other.
2 is a lot for one day.
Chad's trying to kill me.
It's probably the closest thing I'll call to a best friend, though. It's more than that. A camaraderie no words can express. He has my back and I always have his. He's a brother I've never had the luck of ever having. Only child and all. I mean...
Yay! What?
Yay! Violence!
What the hell? Damn, chat really be bloodthirsty sometimes. I'm proud of them, except for when it's against me. Then I'm not proud of them. That's incorrect. You're supposed to do violence against everybody else. Come on. It's only funny when it doesn't happen to
Oh my god.
me. And I have every reason to worry about my brother.
Becca's neighbor did say she went out to meet up someone. No specific names. If I'm wrong, and she's not with Professor Clark, then maybe it's with Zach. We've never been close, but it's not the kind of awkward friendship where meeting together remains out of the question. Regardless, I continue dialing for his phone another 3 times, like I've done with Becca's. Wonder how much Doc would enjoy getting beat with shovels. Oh wait, so I did play with Doc, some Lethal Company. There's been some little funny moments that happened.
I died every single place we went to except for this one time where I didn't die, but Masuki died. I kept finding comically tragic ways to die.
And I'd be like, Doc? Oh, he's gone. Oh, I guess I had to head back now.
It was kind of like we were playing an episode of South Park in a way, but only in the sense of like Kenny, I died every episode.
I done once by experimenting with a shovel and a landmine. Oh no. And after the 3rd attempt with no one answering, I stopped and moved to cut the call for a ragged exile.
Waiting game it is then.
I've been trained for those. Heck, I'm used to them. Just not when it comes to people I'm close to. Much as I keep reminding myself to maintain a level head, it's a whole different matter when it's someone you know. Personal feelings will likely get involved at some point. It's starting now, actually, with dangerous strings coiling and uncoiling, causing a racket inside my stomach. I only got half a second to scream before getting blown up. That can happen. That's exactly when the line finally connects. Before he even speaks, the question has already slipped out, including every pent-up worry and tension in my body.
Where are you?
The line's choppy, though I can still make out the words he's saying. Nothing to worry about then. He's just someplace where network coverage is crappy. Can't imagine we're at
Shitty.
this time of the morning, though. Exactly what happened when you say the Nutcracker on stream, too. Oh, yeah, that was great. I was like, let me. Oh, it's like, oh, Nutcracker! And bam, killed. Did you go out for a jog? What was that, Ash? Can you repeat that? Signal's crappy here.
Shitty. I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
I meant to sound as friendly as possible, to keep things light at least, instead of only the frustration shows in my tone. Good morning to you too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you.
Uh-oh.
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 Oh yeah, this is that time, isn't it?
Well, what is he doing at the mansion
Wait,
again?
was it when we were playing as Zach?
No, it's not the time
Not that-
where he's
no.
taking a picture of Hannah, I think.
Was
That wasn't
this-
on October 30th, was it?
I don't remember. Hold on. I think we drew out our marks. Thanks, sis. Let me look at the journal. Let me see. Here we go. Terrified Zach went looking for Ashton in the Ermengarde mansion. You see an urgent call from Ashton ordering him to head straight for some residence. So, yeah, I think this is that time. I thought you'd be violence. No, I don't. No violence.
What mansion?
Do I really need to answer that?
Why are you even...
Please don't tell me that's his plan. A morning visit to the mansion? Where Luke Wright is? Of all the pig-headed things to do right now, it's the best thing he can come up with? Breaking and entering? I got a bunch of reasons to rail at him right now. Although no matter how much I want to give him a piece of my mind, unfortunately it's not the time.
No, wait. Just get your ass at Isabella's place and hurry.
He pauses a moment, a second of indecision while he seems to contemplate his options. How urgent is this? In truth, the question, the hesitance and indecision in his voice has caught me completely off guard, and understanding dawns on me. His decision to go there isn't one born out of a stupid impulse. He must have found something. However, no matter how urgent it is, he still shouldn't have gone there, alone at that. Despite myself, in that split second of comprehension, I allow it to show. A weakness. A simple request brewing with every unease and disquiet causing turmoil within me since last night. It bears a selfish hope that he'll understand, even through the unstable signal, that whatever's keeping him there, he'll be willing to set it aside for now.
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here. Please, Zach.
Silence fills the other end of the line again. For a long moment, I assume he won't heed it, and I'll have to drive there myself, just to drag him away from whatever danger he's skirting. Thankfully, he agrees. I'll be there in a few, an hour or two tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Relief washes over me as soon as the call ends. Normally I don't let myself a moment of respite, right?
Respite.
Yeah, in times like
Respite.
this. Gotta stay alert. Rebecca's still out there, has yet to return any of my messages, but for the moment, I relish in it. This is probably the first time I've permitted myself to do so since last night. Even the muscles in my shoulders have been complaining from all the attention I've taken on. It so annoys me that all I can do right now is grit my teeth and trudge back to Isabella's apartment. Useless. That's what I am in the face of this. Mad dash around in Lexborn and Aslam isn't going to help things. It's not like I'll simply stumble across the one side of the road during a drive. The city's too big a place for one person to go searching for only two people. I'll be lucky if I even glimpse the hair of either of them. One last hopeful glance towards the open skies. I slip back into Isabella's apartment and close the door behind me. Wait, the kind of person to read spite as spit. I did it out of spite. Spit. I did it out of spit. I might have already grown used to this, but the waiting will always be the hardest part. Most so when it's the people you care about.
You're up early. I thought you left.
This is not the first time I've seen Isabella like this. Sitting casually by her kitchenette, a ladle in hand, keeping an eye on whatever's stewing on the stove while humming a soft tune under her breath. 5 years ago, it's become a common sight after the three of them, including Zach and Rebecca, found a mutual interest in cooking. After that, whenever our schedule allows it, one of them will invite everyone to dinner or lunch instead of eating out. Rebecca prefers it that way. Healthier, she claims. Zach's just too happy to be able to cook for everyone. Isabella, on the other hand, as long as there's food, she's happy. Me, I've been banned from the kitchen ever since the pressure cooker incident. It's pronounced respite. Respite, though.
It's respite.
Hello, mean to me. Welcome.
Time to have a chat war.
Easier times.
And where's
times.
your sub, soldier?
What the? Don't do it.
Takes a shot.
Ah! Thank you, Doc.
Don't show up here without your uniform again.
Thank you for the gift sub. Oh no! No!
Good. You know, after a
Backfired.
long, hard days of work of gifting sub, what I most enjoy is sitting down with my drink of good old-fashioned, delicious, healthy Sprite.
Yeah, this whole time, this whole stream, he's been drinking Sprite instead of water.
That's the drink of champions. You know, I used to be a poor sap that thought water was okay back in my youth. Boy, was I ever wrong.
Oh my god.
Then somebody handed me a Sprite, and that was the best thing anybody had ever done to me. It really changed my life for the better. And so now all I drink is Sprite. None of that water crap, just Sprite. Which you can find right now at your local grocery store for a good, reasonable price.
Oh my.
Go buy some Sprite today.
Planning on making the man drink his entire surplus. Thank you, Ione. Thank you. Is my hydrate button still not working?
Hydrate rock. Good.
Sprite has in my Miski stream.
You know, you can really tell the quality of your friends when they encourage you to drink some good, healthy Sprite. When your friends encourage you to make healthy decisions, like drink the soda that's best for your health, you know you've got some good quality friends there. Make sure to go honor your quality friends today by buying yourself some Sprite. It's in your healthy interests.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Wait a minute. You can hear the clink after he sips too. Exactly. he does it like audibly so you can hear it. Right now, however, the scene brings an odd sense of normalcy, a strange fit of all of the things going on around us.
You know.
Oh my gosh. Ione.
You know, when I've had a long, hard day of
Is it
reading
another
visual
one?
novel, I just love to sit down and have me a nice drink of Sprite, straight, fresh, cold from the refrigerator. There's nothing quite like a nice, cold Sprite. It really warms you up, even though I said it was nice and fresh and cold. It
warms you up.
Great. Yeah, it's just that great. Sprite.
How does
Try
it warm you up
today.
and keep you cool?
Because that's how good of a drink it is.
I know, Ione.
It's just that damn good.
Non-welcome, only bizarre, I suppose. Isabel doesn't follow up on the question earlier, but she does raise an eyebrow on my way when I take too long to answer. For that, I only offer a casual shrug in response and a short answer.
I've checked with Zach and Rebecca. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
Once more. Thank you.
You know, I had a doctor once, and I was having some serious health issues. And when I asked him what he recommended I drink for my health issues, he can you believe this? Told me to drink water. I never saw that doctor again. What a quack! Everyone knows that 9 out of 10 responsible doctors, like your favorite Dr. Pulsar here, will recommend Sprite for a healthier, happier, brighter life. Sprite.
Oh,
Drink some today.
drown and spit.
How much are they paying you to say?
I know. You're like, how much? Tell us.
Hopefully, maybe a few pennies.
Add an equip 2 for if the timing for a joke isn't off, or doing so won't be inappropriate. I don't want to alarm her either. There's no reason to yet. It's a Sprite stream, not a Misky stream. Until Zach gets here, until I receive an answer from Rebecca, whichever comes first. Who needs a Super Bowl?
Just watch talk
Sprite commercials the whole time. When you have the Misky stream. Oh my god, thank you, Ione.
Like you're watching the Super Bowl, right? You see commercials of like me sponsoring Sprite, and these happen like every single commercial break, and it's a sports game, so like there's fucking commercial breaks every 5 minutes. So there's like, I don't know, 30 commercials, and like you see me getting more ragged every commercial.
It's like you're doing it real time.
Yeah, like somebody's forcing me to do them all at once, maybe holding a gun to my head.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, whenever I'm in mortal danger, being threatened and forced to make commercials against my will, you know what drink I always reach for? Sprite. Sprite always helps me keep my cool in intense situations, like when a gun's being held to my head, forcing me to make commercials. That really makes me feel a lot better about my mortal danger. Sprite. It'll keep you calm when you need it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that's another one.
Yeah.
and speaking of needing it, boy, you know, when you're doing a long, hard Sprite stream, you know what really makes me feel better, you know, in between endorsing Sprite and drinking Sprite? Yes,
more
it's
Sprite.
drinking Sprite again.
I'm sorry.
What
okay.
a delicious beverage. Incredible. Incredible.
Oh,
white.
God.
Now with more ooh. Buy some Sprite at your local
Goose
store today. Notices your Sprite. Ooh.
Oh my. Pain.
Whoa! Is that a Sprite in your pants? Are you happy to see me?
Oh my goodness.
And you know, when I've had a long, hard Sprite ooh stream, well, I've had to ooh and endorse Sprite and drink Sprite the entire time. Ooh.
Oh no, you broken him.
I love to drink more Sprite.
Oh no.
That's a delicious.
He's going.
drink.
He's drunk on Sprite.
and that's why I always ooh my heart out for Sprite.
Oh my.
Sprite, you'll ooh all over the place for it.
Oh my gosh, I can't hear anything. Wait, Carol, so you're not hearing this interesting Sprite ad?
It is probably on your end, since it looks like everybody else can hear it. If you are missing it, you can always rewatch the VOD on Twitch.
Oh, too much pop.
You guys did that to me. Or Mizuki, you upload your stuff on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I do usually.
Yeah, you can always watch it there too. I am out of stuff to drink, guys.
It's gone. Yes, we did it.
I've gone through 2 bottles of Sprite. There's no more at my desk.
Yes, it's done. We won. Let's go. Yeah. Good job, guys.
But you know what? I'm not in short supply of
Oh,
imaginary Sprite.
oh.
And you know, when I've had a long,
Imaginary.
hard day of filming Sprite commercials where I pretend I'm filming ooh Sprite commercials, where I pretend that I've had a long, hard day of filming real Sprite commercials in a really Inception-esque, strange manner,
No.
I, where was I again? I
Where
enjoyed
was I?
a nice, cold, refreshing, imaginary Sprite. Swigs bottle sounds, glug glug glug. Swigs bottle back down sounds. Cap putting back on sounds. Mmm, that's delicious. That really fills my imaginary stomach up. Something fierce. Imaginary Sprite. You can't buy it at your local grocery store, but it is always there for you.
Oh. All right. Thank you for that. I know. I only. Oh,
I
excuse me.
believe that we haven't read the visual novel in the past like 5 minutes at least because it's just been Sprite.
It's just been Sprite. It's just gonna. You're gonna go to sleep and you're gonna dream of Sprite.
It's 12:06. It's like Mizuki's usual time to end, and
Oh,
we've been Carl completely occupied by the hydrate regimes.
Let me just do a little bit more. Alright, it's right there in this subtle crease between her eyebrows and an inquisitive gleam in her eyes. Curious as she is, though, she decides against voicing all of her questions out. Instead, she shifts her attention back to the stove and gestures vaguely with her hand in the couch's direction.
Well, if we're going to wait for them, don't stand around there. It's getting distracting. You're just cooking. How am I distracting? I don't know. Something might explode again, maybe? Zach's kitchen ban for you is also in effect here, you know. Now shoo, go. Stop hovering. You'll ruin the food. I'll be done here soon.
Time to play ghost games in my building. Wait, what?
Ooh, ghost games are good games.
Sneeze over for an argument by swatting the ladle at me, and just like that, I've been kicked out of the kitchen. Wait, don't do that! Nothing else to do, I drift back to her tiny living space and slump down on the couch. Closing my eyes, I allow the noise from the television to guide my thoughts. The ones I've been keeping at bay, freeing them from the cage I put around them, so I won't have to think. I had to turn off all the lights in the lab, Miski. No! Ione, don't do that! What if you accidentally trip? No! And this building just feels like it's haunted.
Like
no, Ione, don't do it!
Just set up a chessboard game, Ione.
And then maybe I might play it with you.
Yeah! Think how awesome that would be.
Only Doc, you would do that. Did it? No! One by one, they trickle back into my consciousness. Each one frightening, unnerving the other.
What the fuck? That game is so RNG. If I was a ghost and you set out a backgammon board for me, I mean, there's a chance I might be bored enough I'd play it. But I'd also, like, I'd be so annoyed. I'd think of, like, poltergeisting you if you set out a backgammon board for me instead of, like, a almost any other board game. How dare you?
Trips on the bottle.
Trips on the bottle of refreshing Sprite.
No.
You know what makes you feel better
No.
after a long, hard day of accidentally falling over things? Sprite.
How's that supposed to help?
It'll make you feel better. Because you'll have had a nice, refreshing drink.
Sounds like a good time. So many things happening. The papers we found from BRC doesn't provide any comfort either. Seriously, is there even a point to those after last night? Oh, asking those people do. If anything, this only proves there might be more copies of that dumb piece of paper. We have one here, but how many exactly is there out there? More importantly, how do we get out of this stupid mess?
Ashton.
Dang it, I haven't felt this kind of bone-weary exhaustion in years.
I don't want to think what might happen next in case I miss something. Shit.
Rebecca, Zach, Isabella.
They're all depending on me and... Ash!
The voice snatching out of my thoughts, abruptly wiping away everything and running a racket inside my head. Suddenly, Isabella's there, crouched in front of me when I crack an eye open. I haven't even noticed the exact moment when I bent over and buried my head in my hands. Figures why she's staring at me like I fainted or something. Wait, okay, nope. The conference room is horrifying. Don't do this in the middle of the night. I mean, the middle of the night. I mean, in the dark. I only...
No, dude,
No.
dude, it's the perfect
Excuse me.
time. What if you could have a conference with a ghost? How awesome
No. The crease on her eyebrows grow deeper at my lack of response. All she's been is staring at me without saying a word. Expression says everything. So much for trying not to alarm her with bad news.
would that? Sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. Don't mind me.
For a brief moment, she seems to accept that. Quietly, she shifts, standing up and takes the empty space right beside me. All done without a single comment. Then the next thing I know, she's gently pushing a bowl in my hands. No, I was gonna say it's right 3 times in the mirror.
That's how you summon the Dr. Pulsar ghost.
Oh no!
The mirror, you know, like instead of the mirror getting all bloody, it like there's
Just
this
Sprite,
fluid,
just like the fluid.
running down the
You just
running
touch
down
it.
the mirror. You reach out because you're completely curious. What is this queer fluid? You reach out, you put your finger to it, you taste it on your lips. Is that Sprite? And you just hear faintly in the background what sounds like me doing another Sprite commercial.
Oh my god!
And you turn around, and there's a Sprite bottle sitting
Oh
there for
shoot!
you.
Thanks for that.
It's nice and ice cold.
Oh my gosh! It's free.
Yeah.
Sun reaches me first before
Well,
I found
at
a
least you
chance.
think it's free, but then later on you
Oh,
check your
shoot.
bank account and there's
You
like
took it
this
out.
weird
How dare
deduction.
you? Who took that out? It says it's from like non-existent like vending machine or something.
Dr. Pulsar Vending Machines Incorporated.
We could wave around you. Yes. I've gotten a chance to take in what she has just handed me. Ooh, a faint sweet smell of cocoa. What is that, like a is that cereal?
It turns out you just said Sprite.
Oh my gosh.
You were the Sprite
Trapped.
all along.
Whoa. Calming, comforting. Despite the multitude of things bothering me, it certainly smells like the kind of food you eat on a rainy day.
I just thought of some important detail about the Dr. Pulsar ghost.
Yeah.
If you have like an Azure Lane poster hanging in your room, then like after you see a Sprite bottle appear, before you get the sense that the ghostly presence is completely left, you just hear like coming from a spot in your room near the Azure Lane poster, you just hear, "Whoa, nice," and then you feel the ghostly presence.
Whoa, nice. It's like, what was that? What just said that? They like my Azure Lane like poster.
That ghost is a weeb.
Oh my gosh. So from the get-go, it doesn't look as appetizing. What is this even? Porridge? Why would you put chocolate in it? And milk drizzled on top? She tells me my tastes are weird, yet here she is handing me something equally as strange. In fact, she's already started digging in hers. I'm just not sure if the taste would be equally as appealing. Oh my gosh. Oh, and a pin. That's scary. Whoa, how did I get here?
There's a note taped to you. It just says, "You're welcome." Signed, Doc.
Oh my gosh. Baffled, I glance her way. She offers no immediate answer, simply continues eating as she hasn't done so in a week. Her focus solely on the television. She's not watching, however, just listening. As a background noise, the voices from it seems too cheerful. Welcome distraction, if anything. It's only after she has finished off half of the bowl that she acknowledges the question in my eyes. With a sigh, she cradles the dish on her lap and looks down at it. Briefly her lips part, then closes. A hesitation, though I don't push her. There's a distant air on her, as if she has remembered something that warrants a poignant thought.
Poignant.
Poignant thought. Thank you. Why did you have to pin that? When she speaks at last, it's in a tone too careful, like she's still weighing her words, considering the proper phrasing for it. That Sincerity underlies each syllable once they're out in the open.
You should eat. Back at home, Mama would never let us leave the house if we hadn't eaten breakfast yet. Even Papa has gotten an earful when he tried. So eat. You'll need it.
She returns to her food afterwards, while I can only stare at the one she has
Proffered.
proffered. Why did you just say handed to me? Not a few minutes ago. Warm against my hands, tempting me to take a bite. Just eat it. Now that I don't appreciate this, but what good will this do? Zach and Rebecca's both out there. Who knows when that ghost will show up again? Even in our dreams, we're not safe. But that's it, isn't it? We don't know when. In that present, we have a chance at respite. Maybe the only one we'll have. Spit. Respite.
No! Professor Pulsar.
Even if it's Mundane is sharing food between us, quietly, just sitting side by side like this, without exchanging any words. The intent hangs and broken in the air, something that probably goes as far back as the second she offered food.
Empty Sprite cans and bottle. There's like a note on one of them says, "Sorry, I brought this for you, but then I got thirsty and drank it all."
Aww, it's like, really? Why?
And you notice something moving out of the corner of your eye. It's one of the pieces of Azure Lane merch. It's like floating away. You hear this cheapest. Actually, I kind of want this one for myself. Sorry, I'm taking this one.
It's like, oh man, I thought I was gonna get it for free.
You think, well, at least I've got the rest of this merch, and then you see another piece of merch like pick up off the floor and start floating away. Actually, I kind of wanted this one too. It's kind of cool. I don't remember if I have this one. I'm just gonna take it. You can have the rest for sure this time. This is why I'm setting up a backgammon forward. Damn you!
So in the end, Isabella never pushes it. Rather, she lets her own silence convey her hope. Take her offer. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah,
He needs to eat.
I'm not hungry. Thank you.
The words roll off my tongue, awkward and unfamiliar, far removed from those jests and quips we've shared. Yet she accepts this with a smile and nothing more. Regardless of everything left unsaid, the sight of it brings comfort. More so than any generous offer of food can give. Though we both lapsed into the silence after, as we finished our food, there was ease in it. And this, in the muffled sounds of Luxborn filtering into the room. In the light streaming from her windows, and the faint draft occasionally drifting in, catching the loose tendrils of her hair. In a way, her voice falters when she tries to form words. Despite the horror looming over us, I find myself wishing for the minutes to slow, or seconds to last. But ultimately, she's the one who breaks it, softly after a minute's pause, and words mumbled under her breath. Sometimes, silence simply compels us to speak.
I've been wondering, before last night, before Mama told me the news.
Oh, I put my engineer's fidget spinner in my pocket and I forgot. So you had it this whole time?
What if Papa passes away, despite everything? That sort of thing. I know it's not a good thing to think about, but I also knew it was getting worse. Mama won't say anything, but I've always known that one day he'll eventually.
She releases a sigh as her grip on the bowl she still holds tightens. There are no tears, but she might as well have them with how weak her voice falls. Are there even any left?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Before, I can always easily say it's because of Papa. Now, I don't even have anything. You have that scholarship from Lux U. Were you going through my personal papers while I was sleeping last night? I don't really have to. You left it sitting in the open, right there on the table.
Like there's still anything to hide. She snatches it away from where I placed it back earlier. Except there's no anger or annoyance in her face when she looks at it, and rereads every line with a pensive expression. After a short while, she folds it neatly along the creases and sets it back.
I don't even know if this will work out. Well, if it doesn't, what about that exhibit you've been planning with Zach? Do I even have to ask where you got that? Zach sucks at lying. You have no idea how easy he is to read. It was all in his face when I asked about it. And anyway, if that doesn't pan out too...
I trail off, hesitating, measuring the weight of my next words. Genuine as they are, part of me believes they're a burden, too heavy to impose upon her. Resting days, huh? Because no matter how much I want her to stay, you're not what ties her here. It'd be selfish to ask that of her, more than anything. Family will always come first. I say it, nevertheless, if only to let her know that no matter what her choice will be, there will be people here whose lives her mere presence has changed. Mine, most of all.
You have us.
The words startled her to a pause, and slowly she turns to me, her eyes wide, disbelief all over her face. But before regret forces an apology up my throat, her expression dissolves to something I can't quite place. Something instantly softer, more tender, familiar, almost in the same manner she glanced at me years ago, that day at the bridge. However, I don't get a chance to figure out what it all means for her. All of a sudden, a knock breaks the moment. Just as fast, both our attention shifts toward the source.
I would like to make a suggestion that knock is a great time to stop.
Yes, this is a good time. Oh, it's like, I'm sure it's Zach, but this is a good time to stop.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get to the just chatting room. Let me get out of the game. Let me quit. Good thing I saved.
I'm absolutely going to see if I can make myself Chef Boyardee.
I want some noodles.
Oh yeah, or noodles. If we have noodles, absolutely gonna be noodles. But before I do that, first I want to pop open this imaginary bottle of Sprite.
Thank you, me, but also no.
Good. Sound of Sprite splashing back into the bottle. Ah, delicious. You know, even when you can't taste it, Sprite always is a good. It's great. Even when you can't taste it, Sprite is great. You know, just to
have to have one more Sprite advertisement.
Just to imagine what it would be like if you had a Sprite in your hands is a wonderful feeling. And then you promise to yourself, I'm gonna go buy myself a Sprite at my local grocery store, on sale now. and you smile because you know that when you buy that Sprite and you have it in your hands and you start drinking from it, it's gonna be a good day after all.
Oh my god.
Sprite.
The well is dry, just like his Sprite bottles. Now he's just drinking imaginary Sprite this whole time. Well, thank you again for doing the collab with me, Doc and Sis. It was nice.
You're welcome. Although I've started to think that if it wasn't for all the bits that I end up doing, you probably would have finished the letter by now.
It's okay. Or at least like Ashton's chapter. I think we're getting close to the end of it.
Yeah, because we're on October 30th, so like
it's getting closer.
It'd only be like a day or two left on this.
Yeah. It's okay. It was amusing and funny. I always like the bits and the banter.
Yeah, I'm glad.
But yeah, I think the next time will be not next week, probably the week after. We'll try to finish up Ashton's chapter, if that's okay with you, Doc.
Yes.
Almost
Did you say
your
next week or the week after?
The week after, because next week is my long week of work. It's okay. It's okay. It's always a blast to have you here.
Yeah, it is indeed a blast to have
And
you here. I'm trying to remember if we were progressing or not. But I can only remember Sprite now. My memory's just all Sprite now.
It's all Sprite now.
It's all I can think of.
I can't get rid of it. It's just Sprite.
I'm gonna go to bed tonight, and the only dreams I'm gonna have are dreams where I'm talking about Sprite.
Look what you've done to yourself.
Help. My actions have had consequences yet again.
Brain cells replaced in Sprite.
it's just all Sprite now.
Yeah. All right. I think I might just like end it for today. Yeah, I think I'm just kind of
Alrighty.
yeah. My brain's kind of like a little bit mush. I mean, that's all I hear is all I know is Sprite. All I dream of is Sprite. Excuse me. Stomach has a new pH value. Oh no.
Misuki,
Too much acidity. Yeah.
since you're going to be ending stream without rating anybody, would you like to take this opportunity to show me the door live on stream before you end?
The door?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean?
Or the window? You know, do the thing.
Oh, okay, okay. I got you. I understand now. Okay. Wait, do I have the ability to do that? Let me see.
Yeah. why would I have the ability to do that to you, the server owner, but you, the server owner, couldn't do that to me?
Wait, do I? How do I do that? I don't even know.
You right click me.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's you do. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me test to make sure I've got this correctly on. Okay, so you right click, right,
Uh-huh.
and you see that disconnect. So
Oh, on the
bottom.
bottom.
You put on your big old cowboy boots. You know, the big ones, not the ones you usually walk around in, but like the fucking big ones, right?
All right. Okay.
And you take a few practice strings, right? You want to make sure you get the aim right? You know, you want to kick her squarely in the butt to remove her, right? You don't want to like miss and kick her in the knee or something. You want to kick her squarely in the butt because that's how you will get the most distance out of your kick, right? And then you just whoop pow.
Oh, you just oh.
How dare you?
Right to tell. Oh, thank you for streaming. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Hold on. Lena's got to do it, or I gotta do it. All right. Okay, hold on. We got this. All right.
And
all
then,
right. Hold
and
on.
then if they come back, right, you still got your boots on. So you just swing and you go bam, and then they're gone again. And you just keep doing that until they learn their lesson. You just
hold on. Hold on. Give.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
What's up?
All right. So I got my this one is my super duper winter boots. All right.
Oh,
it's
fuck.
It's pretty solid. All right.
Fuck.
I just
they got like the metal toe too.
Yeah, I got the metal toe.
Oh, shit,
and then after that, I just kind of, do a big old like, swing my leg back, and I aim right towards, maybe just a little bit above like the booty, and then I do like a shoot. Oh, he just kicked himself out before I could do it. Did you do it, Lena?
That was me.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I was gonna do it, but that's good. Metal toe with 6-inch tall heels. That's funny. All right, thank you, everyone. Risky breaks by. Hey, hold on a second. That was pretty funny. Thank you, Ione, for calling me short in not so subtle way. All right, everyone. Thank you again for watching. It was really fun. I always enjoy all the amusing, things, shenanigans that we I can't even speak, but yeah, thank you. But I hope everyone has a good rest of your day, your night, a good rest of your week, and a good weekend. Wait, finally she can know what's like to almost be somewhere near her height. Excuse me? Excuse me, Doc? Yeah, that's like something that we do actually when we're in voice chat after like, playing something. Now you saw it in real time. But yeah, okay. I better head out now. But I will be streaming again next week. Probably some more Little Goody Two Shoes. I'll see if I could try to finish up that game. And then after that, I'm not sure what else to play. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, no, I've gotten kicked out. Wait, I thought you like kicked yourself out, right? Before Doc could even try it? Or was I mistaken? Oh, excuse me. Alright. Alright, I better head out now. Alright, thanks everyone! Oh, he did it once. I see. Alright, take care. Alright, have a good night. You guys are funny. Alright, okay, bye bye. Dream about Sprite. Just kidding. Don't do it. Drink water. Dream about water.